story today. We're going to discuss a little bit of an update going on with Cinder. That is right, guys. There is a small update I want to talk to you guys about. That's going on with Cinder. So yeah, definitely, I take a week off from news. Everything happens. I focus on Night Raid. Everything explodes.
Machinations as Cinder's new manager seem to be working. Smirking
How was
face
that?
emoji.
What are you the manager of? Nothing. The manager of nothing. Yeah, how does that work? Is that because you're blind so you can't see anything? Is Alara a smelly? Like, dear. What? What am I, heartless? Is this Kingdom Hearts 2? Like, what? Why?
There's no
what
reason
happened?
Cinder's coming back anytime in the near future.
Well, I got some things to share with you, Tuxedo. So, not to change your opinion about it, but yeah, I guess put the heartless eyes on or something, you know, call it. David, thank you so much for the T1. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. Shadow Lars real. She can't hurt you. Oh my God. Who is she throwing her to this time? Look, we're gonna discuss it, okay? Alara, what has happened to you? Everything has happened to me. So, chat, just a little bit of an explanation. Oh God. A little bit of an explanation, chat. I want to just mention why I was a little bit slow today in our response or getting stream started. I was a little bit slow today, chat, because my name was mentioned in a video.
I am able to turn a blind eye to Cinder's misdeeds.
Oh,
literally.
Wait, what?
Which is why I'm the new boyfriend manager.
If people didn't know you were blind, Darth, that would actually be crazy. So, a little late this morning, guys, because I was mentioned in somebody's video last night about something that involves a lot of other people, chat. So, it's not anything that's like super duper mega serious, but it is something that I do want to address in the future. So I was just looking at it, kind of see what it was about. So I will follow up with you guys about it, maybe in a few days or so. It's not like a high priority for me. I got a lot of stuff going on anyway, but I will follow up with you guys and tell you about it when the time is right. Okay, chat. It's not that serious. It's not that big of a deal. So it's just some drama. You know how it is. But all good. Everything is fine. So I appreciate y'all being here, and we will, of course, talk about it when the time is right. So, how are you guys? Good morning. I haven't even had my tea yet. I literally did not even get to sip on my tea. It's so true, Docky. Yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about, but they actually are. It's really crazy. I'm awake and playing the new Delta Rim. When a new manager beat when WCW hired Vince Russo to try and help with like a bit worse leading to the company's failure. You know, I feel like with Cinder, like hypothetically, if she was to come back, the best thing she could do is self-manage for like a long time. And I say that because of everything that happened. You cannot give what you had over to anybody else. Yeah, Lar cancel number 6,000,999. Like just it sometimes got. Oh my God.
Just once
oh my God.
We have news come out about Alara hosting the Oscars.
Right. Sometimes when you do this stuff, chat.
Cinder does not deserve forgiveness.
I agree with you.
She doesn't deserve a platform. She has hurt people way too many times. We are way past a second chance for her.
I feel you.
She better not return, or else.
Dark Sky, here is my thing, right? I think that everybody deserves a second chance with enough proper time passing in introspection and growth within yourself, right? So I think that Cinder could come back maybe in like 2 years. Maybe like 2 years, you know what I mean? Like, you have a lot of personal growth, things like that, to actually get it. Oh, wait, sorry, hold on.
I wouldn't put it in crazy. However.
Number 10. Top 10 stinkiest elf tubers. Alara Vtuber. The last thing you want from your Oshi is being stinky, but as it turns out, that might be exactly what you get. Well, that was perfect. That was perfect. Let's go. I mean, really, at the end of the day, Dark Sky, it's not up to us when she comes back. Really, I feel like the only people that can really speak on that is like Bao and all the other people affected by it. So We will certainly talk about that at another point in time, but
If anyone
I don't know why I'm
deserves
sure she retired if she wanted to.
Spider-Man
Yeah, I
deserves
feel like
a
she
back
should.
massage for having to hold that massive booba together.
He's doing great out here. He's doing great. What's about a Cinder update? I'm gonna tell you all about it here. Just a little bit. I got you, okay? I'm gonna hit you with all of it. Don't even worry. I got you guys, okay? I'm gonna give it all to you. We also gonna talk about, of course, some other updates going on. Lots of indie updates. Unfortunately, Vietnam, her Discord was hacked, chat. Really, really shitty. Also, some good news, though. A couple of VTubers beating cancer, which is great. Some big updates on some goals. We're also going to talk about some graduations going on with Mythos, chat. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Nijisanji, Hololive, Nijisanji. You know the normal dealio, chat. But there is a pretty big document that I do want to dive into today just to discuss that a little bit. So, well, first up, I want to see how you guys are doing. Thank you for the hype train as well. Happy Pride! Happy Pride! Hope you're doing awesome. I guess you went dead quiet for a while to the backlash and lost like 15K on her Twitter. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, unless she's been biding her time to like bring out a document and it's like, oh my god, like this proves her innocence 100%. I don't know about that. Yeah, I did. I saw the new UVB off guy. I'm very excited for that.
Is it a day that ends in Y?
Exactly. No Kurosanji graduations today. I think only pretty good stuff going in for Ninja. Wait, what? Wait, what? It's only good news for Nijisanji. Oh my god! It's only good news today for Nijisanji. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, chat. Wow. I'm in utter shock right now. Holy. I know we dunk on them all the time. Look, Nijisanji is doing some pretty cool stuff. I know we dunk on them, but they are doing some good stuff. Yeah, so Mythos graduation. We're gonna talk about that. What's that fake roast me graduation floating around? Yeah, but is it really like news? Like that's just like BS, you know? Like I know you guys send me a lot of stuff, but I gotta be real, chat. I delete a lot of things that I don't consider very news. Like for instance, like when people put out these like weird rumors, they're like, oh my god, did you guys know that Alara is a wolf IRL? Like, bro, I don't talk about that. Like, speaking for VTuber on topic, I heard people doxing Juju on Twitter. Wait, are they trying to dox Juju? What the fuck? I do gotta talk about Juju today. I have stuff without. Did he get their livers more than 2%? Next question. Next question. But yeah, I do want to talk about that. What's going on with Nijisanji, so we'll get into it. We'll talk about Juju as well, because I saw some stuff going around about her as well. But I do want to let you guys know what's going on with Cinder here first. That'll be the very first thing. I think we're going to go backwards today, chat. I think we're going to go straight into our big stories, go through indie news, and then kind of work our way backwards through corpo stuff. So, yeah, that's right. I'm Buff Pup. How did you figure it out? God damn it, guys.
Elara is my birthday.
How did you know that?
Cups
no, happy
milk
birthday.
Today, but give me more. Since you missed
No.
World Milk Day the other day,
Absolutely not.
Elara, look, Elara, milk.
It's your
Elara,
birthday.
milk,
Congratulations. Happy birthday, Tibbs. I'm taking away an extra cup for your birthday. You lose 10. You lose 10 cups for your birthday. Thank you so much for the hype train. I appreciate you. And thank you for all the support of the Subathon. I can't believe it, chat. Oh, yeah, but guess what? I got you below 30 hours, chat. I got you below 30 hours almost. I'm almost there. I worked so hard last week, chat, to get that fucking timer down. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, chat. Oh, yeah, chat. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. I didn't know Alara was also Spite. It all makes sense. That's right. Spite has 3 doggos on one of them. I've been there since the beginning. It's been me this entire time. It was me, Doggo. But the industry will be back to above 30. No, we won't. We won't, because, chat, I've learned my lesson. That's right, chat. I will never offer extra hours ever again, because I've learned my lesson. I'm big brain now, chat. This means when he gets back to 1 hour, I have to raise it back to 80. He did to get a businesswoman Alara outfit. Okay, yes, for 2,000 subs right now. Absolutely, I got you. That'd be cute. I would love that. How many people realize Alara has Been a furry this whole time, just not a dog, but a deer. Your mom's a furry. How about that? Nick, thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Let's go, Nick. You get the same thing, Skelly. Thank you so much, Kitty. I appreciate all your support. Crazy. I'm not gonna lie though, I am actually scared. Your mom's a furry, you heard me. I am actually scared. What did you get? Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, that's nothing. That's nothing, chat. I can take that all day long. 2 minutes? That's longer than chat lasts in bed. Yeah, nothing of value lost there. So, it does not begin. It does not begin. No, we're not doing that. So, I'm actually scared, though, because apparently, in a few days, Twitch is offering discounted subs here pretty soon. I'm very scared. I'm very scared. Why does it always during the subathon? Why is it that John Twitch rolls out all of this stuff? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the counter right now. I'll fix it tomorrow, Mr. Big Stuff. It's being stupid. As long as the time's right, that's okay. But yeah, literally, chat. I'm scared because we have that new big like extra. Seriously, what the fuck? No. Bit up! You can throw it back in my face, bro! What the I mean, he's bouncing on it, Dio. Like, he's bouncing on it, Dio. Thank you for the 10 to you. I appreciate you. Really? Really, chat? Alright, wheel spin times 2. Here we go. Oh my god. Okay, look, chat. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Wait, chat. Wait until the discount, okay, guys? I think it's like, what, like 3 days? Something like that. Maybe chat can remind me. I think it's like in 3 days. Just wait. Just wait. It'll be worth it. All right, we'll do it times 2 on that, so that'll be a minute. Thank you so much, Sirium, for the gifted sub. I appreciate you. The 7th. Okay, so look, chat. It's in 3 days. Yeah, 30, exactly. Wait, why are you giving this advice you want the time it down? Because, look, I've given up for the fact that you got...
Don't forget, you are here forever.
Thanks, Bocce, for the 420. Nice. So, look, I know you guys are going to do it anyway, me, so I can't stop you. So my thought process is like, look, at least I can save y'all some money because y'all are crazy. I tried to stop you before. You're never going to stop. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to save you. Ow. What's up, Shark? How are you? Everybody say hi to Shark. Guys, welcome in Shark to our loving and very relaxed, sweet community. Yes, everybody be nice to Shark. Don't show Shark how nice, and relaxed our community is. Bounce on a dive. That's my favorite thing that has ever been said by Hinya. Okay, my point still stands. It doesn't matter if you change me into this. It's still very relaxed, very calm. ASMR, chat. ASMR. Listen to my beautiful voice. As I yodel into the distance. Here we go, chat. What?
My friend on Discord sounds like some smoochie.
What?
Now I like to joke she's ex-smoochie and should spell
I was trying to give you a beautiful song, chat. A beautiful song. Oh, no, wait. You ruined my beautiful song. Hold on. Let me try again. God damn it!
Your milk.
I just want to sing. I want to sing for you, chat.
Does it forever.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. God damn it. Lydia, help me. Lydia, help me. Lydia, help me. Get me the fuck out of here. How are you? What's up? Tell me somebody clipped that. Nope. Absolutely not. Maybe stick to the guitar, Lar. Wait, that's me. That's me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Mike's singing voice is beautiful. Give me a song and I'll sing it for you. Why is that goblin wearing a human face? Why is your face ugly? I don't mean that. I'm sorry. I love you. What update could be there that she's not said a word in a month? That is not true. I'm going to give you the update about it. What is happening? Everything is happening. Okay, hear me out, chat. Hear me out. Yeah, I can sing you anything. Oh, painkiller. Okay. Yeah, sure. I got you.
Demons in hell.
Judas Priest, painkiller. How was that? Sound good? I'll sing Rational Gaze by Meshuggah. What is this? Chicken. I'm not a bird. The rock approaches. Bro, why am I the chair? I already have a chair. We don't need 2 chairs. Yeah, this is too much chairing, chat. Beautiful, amazing. Thank you so much. I'm tired all of a sudden. I need to sit down. Oh my god, it's so crazy, Siri. Maybe you should go sit down. Away from my chat. Don't look at me. Don't even talk about me. This is singing concert I sub for. Okay, give me another song. Nice. Yeah, give me another song, chat. Yeah, give me another song. What's up? What's another glorious song? What's another glorious song? Can you lose change it? Leave my cushions alone. Leave my cushions alone. Digimon, digital monsters, Pokemon is way better. Digimon, digital monsters, nobody really cares. Was that good? No.
Look at this photograph.
Not.
It's a photo of a photograph. There's another photograph. Because I photographed the photograph.
God damn it.
So many photographs. Makes me want to take a photograph.
Oh my god.
I should probably hang that photograph next to my photo of a photograph.
Next time I'm singing a chat, you redeem that again? I'm gonna fucking sing that song for you. You don't want that. You don't want that. What's up, Yubby? How are you? Oh, I canceled my Bandai. Yeah, let me sing. Hold on. I'll sing the Dark Souls song. Hold on.
Elara here
Don't move, swag crusade. Don't mean they don't want to swag quiz. Dup. Beep, beep, pop. There's a boss. How was that? Sailor Moon intro. What are you talking about? No, that was a Dark Souls song. That was a Dark Souls song. Ever heard of Multiverse Sonic and Multiverse Shadow Channel? No, I've never heard of that. Oh, the Fighting Evil by Moonlight. Yeah, I know that one. He is the one named Sailor Moon. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Bro, I'm not singing Pregnant Sonic. You're gonna have to gift me like 1,000,000 subs for that. I have no idea what's happening. I'm just here for news. We're gonna get a little bit of chaos before we get into that. A little bit of chaos before we get into that, Ray. How are you? Good morning. Oh, yeah, I've even had my gamer subs. Okay, chat. I'm going to drink my gamer subs right now, chat. You know what I love about gamer subs? Using code ALARA to save 10% off your gamer subs purchase. That's right. And support the channel. That's right, guys. Shameless plug. What's up, Isaac? How are you, sweetheart? Old Scammon D had a farm. EYATT. Why do we remember that? Why do I remember that? No. Get that out of here. No, you stop that. No. Okay, so chat, I have to give you an announcement. Before we start, okay, guys? It's really important, okay, guys? I am releasing a new video today, okay? I need you all to go check it out. Go comment, everybody comment elf. Comment. No, you can't sit in my chair. No, you can't. You can't sit in my chair, Yoda. No. Yoda, you can't sit in my chair, bro. What? Why does that actually work pretty well? That was good. Yes, chat, please. I worked really hard on this video. So did my editor. Please go check it out. Comment ALF in the comments. Give it a like and subscribe. Ring the bell. Mortgage your house and donate. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. All right, look, we're gonna dive into our news here in just a second. But I'm sorry that I had to take yesterday off, chat. Look, I'm gonna tell you all. At the end of Sunday, because I stream, right? Or I'm sorry, at the end of Monday, I stream, right? And then I also did a collab. Guys, I was so tired. I literally couldn't talk. I've never been that tired in my life. I went downstairs and Ao was talking to me and I literally could not answer her because I could not talk. That's how tired I was. I was like, I have to go lay down. I have to go lay down. I went into bed and I just laid there. I finally went to sleep. I slept really good. I took yesterday off. So thank you guys. I'm sorry. I don't like taking days off for the subathon, but sometimes I really need it, especially after last week and all the other stuff that was going, crazy. It was a lot, guys. So thank you so much. I really, really, really needed a day off. So yeah, I'm doing a lot better. But well, Shade, I'm in a subathon, right? So my rule is I stream every single day. So I don't like taking days off. What's going on with my Pyre Oshi? I don't know if Cinder's really gonna be your Oshi anymore. You haven't heard. He kind of got canceled. But it's good that you're doing better. I'm doing much better. So I know, but I don't really like doing that. So I really like doing that. I am excited though because of course we have this big gifted sub things. But coming up in June, I believe. Let me see here. I believe it is June 20th, chat. Hold on, let me double check. I gotta double check. June 20th, yes, chat. That is the start of summer. And I'm gonna be doing something amazing for this chat. I'm gonna be doing something called Subathon Summer. That is right, chat. Subathon Summer. So look, if we're going into the Subathon, we need a little bit of a reset. So look, this has gone on so long, guys. I'm gonna be rebranding the Subathon into Subathon Summer. Okay, I'm gonna do some new goals, new incentives, all kinds of stuff. So we are gonna be kind of revamping a little bit of the Subathon to breathe some life into it. So Subathon Summer will start on June 20th if we get to that point, chat. So and there may be a bikini model in it for you. We'll see though. We'll see, chat. We'll see. I just want to go home. You can never go home. No, you're stuck here with me. Look, if I'm stuck here with you, you're stuck here with me. So yes, the return of the bikini outfit. If we get there, chat. So I'm doing okay now, Mayo. Normally I take a day off. I'm doing pretty good. So no, it's actually a bikini model. I swear to you. No tricks, no eels, none of that. So I'm gonna be able to tune in, but I'll give my support, however. I appreciate it, Dark Sky. Thank you so much. All right, guys, let's hop right into a bit of news. Everybody do me a favorite type news, and we'll do it. Oh, trust me, Tuxedo. Trust me, I am all over it, sweetheart. I am very, very protective when it comes to that kind of stuff because I don't want to get banned. So my papa is very nice and kind of, added some stuff for me to make it a little bit better. So that way I wouldn't get banned. So where did I go? Oh. What the fuck was that? Why did I just disappear out of existence? What did y'all do? Yeah, I'm trying to talk about news. What the fuck are y'all doing? Anyway, here's my second channel, guys. Go check it out. We're almost 18,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate it. So, first up, chat, we're going to talk about some indie news, but I want to dive right into what is going on with Cinder, chat. Now, it's been a while since we've seen a lot of this stuff with Cinder, but I just to kind of give you a little bit of a recap here. You know, Cinder was basically, where did I go? You deleted me. You deleted me, dude. What is this? Why am I fuzzy? What the fuck, dude? So, here we go, guys. Of course, Cinder was canceled, about a month ago? About a month ago, 3 weeks ago. For basically, she was doing a lot of manipulation behind the scenes, alongside with her manager. For pretty crazy stuff, right? If you want to check it out, I have a video on it. I know Rima just released a video, but I just put a Rima stuff because it's visually appealing. But anyway, chat, Cinder has been canceled for about, 3 weeks to a month now. And we already know much about that. I dove into it very much in depth. If you need a reminder, go check out my news channel. It's got everything on there, right? So, chat, I do have a little bit of an update for you about what's going on with that. What's up, Munch? How are you? We're covering some news today. Quote unquote. Exactly. Oh, okay. That's fair, Spoonie. I mean, like, yeah, okay. That's fair. That's a fair thing to say. I'm okay with that. So anyway, chat. Cinder is no longer around. And so, chat. There's been a little bit of whispers, a little bit of murmuring going on in the background. Well, chat, looks like the Pyre Pup Discord is being brought back. That is right, guys. So, we have the Pyre Pup Center. Of course, this is kind of a hub for the Pyre Pups. But, here we have from, of course, Eichmann, that says, I already know I made a good night tweet, but that should be something by now. But this is really important. All right, please look at this. It's really important. The server might be unlocked soon. What's up, Dark Reaper? Just to give you a small update, the remaining team is currently working on getting some stuff ironed out to allow a slow unlock of the general channels. All right, we are still planning how we are going to unlock it, but gradually starting with intermittent unlocks, or slow mode increasing in duration over time. Currently, the team is working on onboarding some help to actually get some eyes on the server to allow us to unlock it. Thank you for your continued patience. Well, chat, they did actually unlock it. And I think a lot of our concern was, is Cinder coming back? Which I think was our biggest question, right? That was my biggest question. I'm like, wait, if you're reopening the Discord, is Cinder coming back? Well, chat, luckily that does not seem to be the case right now. So here is the FAQ about everything. So here we go. When is Cinder coming back? The team does not currently have any information on Cinder's return. Does the server mean unlock means Cinder is returning? The server unlock is community driven by the moderation team to try and allow the community to socialize. Community is built on common interests, and many of it uses a place to talk to their friends. Will more Pyro Patrol be added? Yes, after running the test, the team will likely run another round of applications in the not too distant future. We're able to fully unlock this server and keep it unlocked. This means that basically, chat, the Pyre Pup Discord is being reopened. And by the way, it's already been reclosed, but they did a little test just to see how things are. It looks like they are running it more community-based rather than doing anything with Cinder actually there. Will the remaining channels be unlocked? Remaining channels will be unlocked over time as we onboard more Pyro Patrol members and see improvements in chat management. Is Cinder okay? While we have not heard directly from Cinder, we are able to confirm she is physically okay. She is likely taking her own time to better herself due to the ongoing situation. So this is a big update, chat. We can confirm that Cinder is doing okay physically. She is all right. She has not harmed herself or anything like that, which is good. That was kind of my worry as well, but this looks like she's taking time to better themselves because of the ongoing situation, chat. I mean, of course, will the server go back into lockdown? The server will be locked down following the test. However, we will be unlocking again, and this is due to limit in our
Cinder
staff.
herself had the power to mod people since the admin left.
No, that is not true, Darth. I believe that what happened was either the admin or one of the mods left the ability for some of the other mods to actually do things within that Discord. So it does look like they are doing more of a community thing. Maybe just trying to have a hangout since all of them bonded together, which I think is great. I mean, I know they took this hit all together, so help didn't give the power to someone. Thank you, Noise. So I think overall, this is a good thing, chat. This is a good thing, chat. The community members need a place to go. They're obviously dealing with this really, really bad stuff. This was such a, tough situation for everybody, right? So I think this is good. I don't view this as bad. We did get an update for Cinder. She is doing physically okay. So there you go, chat. What's your thoughts about it? Do you think that opening it back up is a bad idea? Do you think it's good? What do you think about this? Maybe so, Mayo, but I don't think there's much else to gather information wise. You know what I mean? There's a group of people that been contrarian about it, right? That made this document. I think I do want to look into that one day, but not right now. I did dive into Powder's document. Didn't really have anything that was new, right? But there are some things that have been put together that I do want to look at, but we're not going to do it right now. Yeah, I feel like the Pyre Pub community is fantastic. As much as they have gone and supported Spite during all of this, I really admire that they took a very bad situation and went and supported somebody else and made something really good out of such a bad situation, you know what I mean? And Spite's so deserving of it, right? Hi, Vippy, how are you? Spite is absolutely incredible. So I think it's fantastic. I love that so much. That was such a positive way to take this situation and kind of flip it around, you know what I mean, chat? I think if they do this, I think it's need to change the Discord and not relate to her anymore. Here's the thing, though, fools. Here's the thing. I thought about that as well. I kind of marinated on that thought because I get where you're coming from. Here's my thought, though, chat. Here's my thought about that. I do think that once you're a Pyro Pup, you're always a Pyro Pup, right? The thing is Cinder does not make the Pyro Pups, right? The Pyro Pups make Cinder. It's the other way around. You are a public figure. You are only made up of the people that support you, right? So I think that being a Pyro Pup is fine. I think wanting to stay as a Pyro Pup and keep that name is perfectly fine. They are the Pyro Pups and they own that. And nobody can take that away, you know? Some people might look at it as a negative thing. I think it's great because the Pyro Pups have done something really great with a bad situation. So, but ultimately, you can only decide as an individual, right? So, I think that the Pyro Pups deserve a lot of support. Right, it's a community and history thing, exactly. So, anyway, there is your update about Cinder, chat. So, I do want to talk about some band suspensions, things like that. We'll talk about some debuts, and then we'll dive back into some indie news. Let the hangout be about hanging out. Oh, yeah, no, I think that's what they're going to do, fools. I think that pretty much they're going to be like, look, this is our community server. We don't really want to talk about, Cinder at all. And I think that's pretty much what it's going to gear towards, right? Nobody is going to allow talking about Cinder anymore within that Discord. I think that'll be the future direction. I still think it was staged to bring it down to Go Too Fast. Go Too Fast and Just Speak. This should have been handled behind closed doors if others were actually friends. I feel like Blood, I've said this a few times, so I'll say it one more time for you, Blood Puma. I feel like it kind of had to be brought out. How are you, Butler? Thank you for the raid. I feel like it had to be brought out because, unfortunately, it's such a serious situation that it was brought out to prevent it from happening to other people, right? So sometimes situations can no longer stay behind closed doors, you know what I mean? So that, I feel like that's kind of where this situation grew to. But I will say this, looking at how she started, she had some kind of benefactors behind her, in my opinion, because she went from literally almost nothing to like a huge amount. And I know that she had a bunch of like ASMR community behind her before, and she kind of moved that over, but like the growth was nothing I've ever seen. And I work with tons of creators, right? Like I do consultation work. I've never seen something like that happen ever in a million years. And there are anomalies, right? And even when I've seen the anomalies, I've never seen that. So I don't know if it's mythic. I don't know, but that's a whole separate conversation, right? So anyway, guys, let's go take a look here at some bans and suspensions that happened with our VTuber friends. So can I answer an overview of what Cinder did? If you want to, you can check out my you can check out my news YouTube channel. I have a whole video about it. It's too much to dive into right now. So yeah, we're reacting to VTuber news right now. Sorry guys, I need some of my tea. Well, remember, she went on a huge break. Yeah, she went on a huge break. For like a while, and then or like, yeah, she went on a break and then she exploded. So like, there was definitely something there, right? But oh, do you mean like Lily Hooger from 200 into 400? And I'm on T-Diversity now before. So Nikolai, there's also something behind that as well. I think that Lily also had some support behind the scenes as well. Now that could be from good management, that could be gamer subs, things like that, right? But if you are pretty much like a nobody, right? And then you explode, right? Like you become really, really big all of a sudden. There's normally a reason for that. There's normally something behind it. Maybe you had a big YouTube channel and you started streaming. There's normally things behind that, right? You know what I mean? So 200 to 4,000, right? That even more proves my point, right? Such a large growth, right? So I'm sure there was something going on behind the scenes or some benefactor or something like that, right? So, but hey, look, use what you got. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot of YouTubers that there's a thing like exploding, right? Like a natural growth, right? Like you kind of do your thing, you do some like one big thing and kind of like it starts you off in a big way, right? But a huge explosion like that is normally when you go from nothing to something, there's some kind of something going on in the background, right? I don't think the view that she should return is healthy. Not 30 more, I think she'll be able to come back if she wants, right? That's what I said. Like, I think that she should be allowed to come back, but she needs time off. She needs to improve herself, you know what I mean? I really think that's the most important thing in this whole conversation. She needs to take time off and better herself, you know? It may be, Gabriel, that could be it. My point is that people don't go from nothing to something without two things, right? It's either you super duper explode because there's stuff going on behind you, management, benefactors, things like that, or you have somebody really big shouts you out, and then that helps you explode. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not seeing anything like nefarious or anything like that. God, no. It's just like there's stuff behind the scenes that help these VTubers go from where they were to something really big, right? And there's always an explanation. It's the same with like if you look on Twitch right now. Why are the top VTubers, right? It was Illuminati. Yeah, exactly. It was Illuminati. But why are the biggest VTubers big VTubers, right? Normally because it has to do with something outside of Twitch, right? Like, let's say Lucy Pyre, right? Is a very big YouTube bow. She had a huge singing career before she started, you know what I mean? So there's always a reason as to why this kind of stuff ends up happening, right? So honestly, regardless of what Cinder's doing right now, what she did, she needs to step away and stay away for a while. She just needs to like work on herself, you know? And I hope she's okay. That's the biggest thing. We don't wish harm on anybody, right? We don't want that. I just hope that she's okay. All right, guys, let's go take a look here. I did want to update you about some YouTube stuff. First up is In Vain, chat. That is In Vain. And luckily, I know we were talking about this last stream. I'll give you a reminder. In Vain lost all of their YouTube channels, chat. Well, good news. They decided to get all of their stuff back. They actually they even got their old ASMR channel back, as well as their VOD channel. So not only did they get the ones they just lost, they got everything else back as well. So huge W. Very, very excited to see this. Guys, if you help me tag in the comments, thank you so much for that. I appreciate all of you for doing it. If you went in there and tagged like I asked. So thank you guys so much. Not even the channel he lost, but the old channel he lost a year ago as well. So yes, exactly. I have the best for the Pyro pups as well. So Billy needs to take a longer break. Ideally, we don't see her again this year. I think she needs to take at least a year, preferably 2, but that's my thoughts about it. So good stuff here for In Vain. But unfortunately, chat, a little bit of bad news here coming here from Komachi from Face Connect. She actually did a cover here of a song called Thinned Bobs. Obviously, it's about boobs. Well, unfortunately, guys, she actually got a nudity and sexual content warning for this one. Bro, what the fuck? Literally, the song is on. The song is on YouTube, right? And she actually got hit. Well, it's called Thinned Bobs. It's about like bad spelling about boobs and stuff like that, right? But of course, got smacked for it. Really, really stupid. So offer your support on Komachi there. Yeah, really, really dumb. Really, really dumb. Especially when like so much worse stuff like already exists on the platform. Like, why is this a problem? You know what I mean, chat? Why is this the one that YouTube wants to die on the hill on? Really, really dumb. In other news, guys, I do want to go take a look here at some bans that recently happened. And first up, guys, Huntress has been banned as of the 1st. I don't know why. Couldn't find any details on this one, but at least want to let you know Huntress has been banned. So for your support, I have no idea what happened with that one. I tried to find out, chat. Just absolutely no details. Yeah, another news as well, guys. I did miss the ban, but it does look like the God was only banned for about a day. Again, no details on that one as well. He got banned for a day and he's back, so the promo ban is real. So regardless of their controversial nature, yeah, there you go. There you go. Another news as well, guys. Unfortunately, Crayon actually getting a 1-day suspension as well. And this one was for inappropriate attire. They did try to appeal it. Doesn't look good. I don't think they got it. So they should be back. This did happen yesterday, early in the morning. So hopefully they got their stuff back. But bro, I don't think Crayon's changed their outfit at all. So like, why? Yeah, Crayon's been using the same stuff forever. What's up, Thomas? How are you? Yeah, I agree, Nikolai. Like, back up your stuff if you can, but regardless, like, that is an excuse, YouTube, for being super shitty. Yes, Crayon. Yeah, she got her stuff, got banned for a day, so hopefully she'll be back a little bit later today. Yeah, like, what is the inappropriate attire, though? You know what I mean? So, speaking of inappropriate attire, guys, let's get a look here at Lucy Pyre. Lucy Pyre just debuted her brand new outfit. And she's in 3 hours, this skirt gets deleted. Please don't ban me. And of course, that skirt did get deleted, chat. And as you can see here, if the skirt is gone, the hips are full on exposed, and also a little bit of bone next to the vajayjay as well. So I'm not gonna share that picture, but chat, unfortunately, because of this, Lucy was banned for a day. That is right, guys. Yeah, Lucy was actually banned for a day because of this, unfortunately, chat. Now we'll say this does directly break TOS. It's pretty straightforward. Unfortunately, I hate that for her, but it's definitely pretty straightforward. That is not within TOS, right, chat? So, and of course, Lucy goes on to say here. Lucy follows up and she says, "You must be fucking joking, Twitch. I was in the pools category. What the fuck did I get banned for?" Well, as we've discussed with Megalodon in the past, guys, just because you're in the pools category does not like completely protect you. You know what I mean, chat? Like it helps in certain rules, but I can't show you the picture of a model because I don't want to get banned. But it did show a little bit of like vaginal like bone and also like fully exposed hips. So there's just certain stuff that straight up is not allowed on the platform at all, even with the Bulls category. And I think that the bone next to the vajayjay is probably what got her in trouble ultimately, Chad. So very unfortunate. Of course, though, Lucy is back. Don't worry, guys. Lucy is back. She only got 1 day ban. So, and I hate to say like a ban is justified because I don't think I feel like Twitch should not have these rules in the first place, right? Like let people express how they want to express it, right? But if you're gonna use a platform, you got to stick to, right, chat? You can't break the rules, unfortunately. So, and of course, Lucy goes on to talk about this just a bit more. I gotta get at some of the flesh streaming that category equally addressed, yeah. But of course, Lucy says, still no information on why. So we're gonna have to hope for the best on Tuesday. Love how Twitch communicates so clearly with its creators. And it's zero double standards, truly the ideal streaming platform. And Lucy's exactly right. The problem is like, look, if Lucy broke it, right, at least like be specific how they did. And also at the same time, don't have a double standard, which I think is addressing the hips. I think it's more about the bone showing next to the vajayjay. So I think that's probably exactly what got her. If I had to take a guess at it. But it does look like Lucy had some ideas as to why this happened. So let's take a listen.
So I actually don't know what happened. But here are the 3 examples they sent. They said examples of violative conduct include, but are not limited to, 1. Role-playing oral sex in virtual reality.
What? Wait. They said she was what? She's not even in VR. What?
We're in the VR category at any point in yesterday's stream, and when did I pretend to slug on a hog?
Okay, I rescind pretty much everything I've said. If this is the only reason they gave, which is actually fucked.
That's such a crazy example to send along everything else, as if that could be one of the potential reasons. They're just shooting blanks at you. Bro, they're just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. God knows that it was some mass report from people who
I do like your motto.
and they saw my tits, and they were just like, oh, God, I fucking hate this stupid whore. I hate what she's allowed to get away with. I'm gonna mass report her. So I actually don't know.
That is actually crazy, if that is the case. Let's go take a look here, though, because I do have some other clips to show you as to what she said as well.
Good work. That is not the only potential reason that they listed. So we have number 2 here. Drawing characters engaged in sex or masturbation with or without sexual bodily fluids visible.
What? What do you mean? What?
I'm an artist?
She wasn't drawing. What are you talking about? That makes no sense. That literally makes no sense whatsoever. What the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't know that was in my debut. Yeah,
bro,
guys,
that's
I
crazy.
drew all of this myself, like what I'm wearing right now, and guess what? I did it all live on stream.
So first they go from VR to this?
I did it all live on stream, baby. Every single pixel handcrafted by yours truly. Wait, you...
Yeah, John Twitch, what do you want? So, and here is the final out of the 3 reasons, chat. So, let's take a listen here. 1 minute double standards competition and I put it
double
in
standards Twitch.
No! You'll never win. You'll never win.
The 3rd reason is displaying sex toys in a non-educational context. Chatty.
What?
Do I have a sex toy anywhere on the screen?
Oh no, bro. Twitch is cooked. Twitch is cooked. Look, I saw her picture of her model, and I think it was the vajayjay bone. That was my thoughts, right? But none of these 3 reasons literally have anything to do with her actual reason as to why that was done. Yeah, so here's my thoughts about that. Yeah, here's my thoughts. Number 1, if Twitch is going to communicate to you the reason why, you have to be able to back it up. So if Lucy appeals this, right, he should be able to get it overturned. Because none of those reasons are true. That's so dumb. Like I'll be honest, like her vag bone showing is against TOS, right? That That was, in my opinion, the reason that she got banned. But if you can't even, like, dictate the actual reason she got banned, you can't ban her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you cannot ban her. If you can't actually provide reasoning and timestamps, then you can't ban her. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Like, bro, it's like a boss battle, right? Like, you're fighting a boss, you get the killing blow, and you just decide to put down your weapon. Like, bro, you have the information that you need, and you pick the wrong reason. Why? Doesn't mean the reports are manually checked. No, they're not. I can confirm that, Puck. I can confirm that. Wow, what the fuck, dude? Well, poor Lucy having to deal with all of this. But the saddest part, chat, the saddest part about all of this, well, guys, it was actually predicted long ago. That's right, guys. Numi did a prediction stream back on May 31st. Or, I'm sorry, Lucy tweeted this on May 31st. And she actually predicted Lucy gets banned for 24 hours. It's all Numi's fault, bro. I cannot believe this is actually real. I can't believe this. And then Lucy's like, you did this to me. And Numi's like, the prophet I've become is my own worst enemy. I lost one for my Oshis today. Deepest apologies to Lucy Pyre. I'm crying. I cannot believe it, guys. Lucy knew it. That is wild, chat. Absolutely wild. I'm in shock. I'm in shock that this actually happened, bro. Yeah, watch that stream live and like no, those things actually happen, right? Exactly. Craziness. So anyway, chat, Lucy was always destined to be banned for 24 hours, chat. It was inevitable. It was inevitable, just like fucking Thanos. Crazy. Let me get a newbie in, chat. Another news, guys. Let's go talk about UBU's graduation, stuff like that. And then we'll skip on down to some of our big stories. So, first up, guys, let's get some big congratulations to...
Regarding the Cinder situation.
Are you sure about
I've
that?
been reporting on the entertainment industry for over 5 years now, and stuff like this goes either way.
Right.
I can confirm is that Cinder is physically okay. She has not done
Right.
any harm to herself and is
Yep.
mainly handling things on her own. As
Exactly.
disappointed I am in her though, I don't hate her. But I do hope that she takes her time and changes her behavior cause it
it's
was
wrong, exactly.
No excuses. I'm open to talking more about this later though. Have a good one, Elara.
I appreciate it, Mara. And I very much agree with you. Like, everybody deserves a second chance. You know, if you're not allowed to better yourself, what's the point? I feel like everybody acts like everybody is perfect all the time. Like, nobody's ever made a mistake. But the thing is, Travis, you have to make mistakes to better yourself. You know what I mean? You have to take feedback. You have to listen, stuff like that, right? So, I just, like, as much as I don't like the stuff Cinder did, I think that you have to offer them the opportunity to improve themselves. You know what I mean, chat? You have to offer it. Even if it's 5 years or 10 years from now, people can better themselves. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, chat, let's get a look here and get a big celebration for Lottie, who says, I'm still trying to figure it out, but now that I finally have my degree, I want to try and take a step back to focus on dedicating more of my time to my creative hobbies, VTubing and art, and see where it may go for at least a year. And that is right, guys. She just got her master's in chemistry. Absolutely incredible. That's nuts, dude. That's nuts. So huge congratulations to them. Huge W for sure. Of course, in other news, guys, we also have Emiko. Emiko also graduating college as well. They're not graduating from VTubing. They're graduating from university. So they'll be back on the 16th of June. Big congratulations to them. That's awesome. Big congratulations. Any school is tough, you know? Any school is tough. Guys, let's talk about a few hiatuses here. So, first up, guys, is Ari Cordelia from AK Virtual. They are going on a hiatus. This has actually started 3 days ago. I decided that's about time to take probably care of myself, both mentally and physically. I'm not really the best at juggling, taking care of myself, working at school. For years now, I've been neglecting my own body's demands for a proper rest. Regarding any projects, I'll make sure they're all completed even after I stop activities. So wish them all the best. they're taking a bit of a hiatus, guys. Of course, also that Echo Gummy is going on hiatus as well. Echo Gummy saying, no streams until further notice. Sorry, I've been having rolling panic attacks all night. I'm exhausted and nauseous and keep thinking I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Girl, I'm so sorry. What the fuck? Hope you feel better. Having a panic disorder sucks so much. I just want to be a great streamer and overcome all my illnesses and struggles. I'll be resting and visiting the doctors again soon. So guys, send Echo Gummy lots of love. That sounds really, really tough. Really, really tough. In other news, guys, I do also want to give a hiatus here for Mom VT. That is right, Mom VT tuning out. Hi there, fam. I'm currently trying to pack my entire household of 6 people to move to another state. Looks like they're taking a hiatus due to moving, which totally makes sense, you know what I mean? Moving is never easy, but I'm finding myself getting overwhelmed every day, trying to get everything done. I have a lot of guilt at how little I've been streaming these past few months. So, to my friends, I would love to still collab with you after while I'm on hiatus. Please, don't be afraid to reach out. I just would like some time to plan around it. Hanging out with friends will be a welcome break from working on the move. My last stream was on Sunday, and I'll be back after they have a little bit of time. So you're good, Butler. So wish Mom VT all the best. The original mom of VTuber. They've been around for a long time. They're such a sweetie. They came on Tea Time one time. Kind of very, very sweet. In other news, guys, I know we got a little bit of teaser on this while I'm following up with you. That is right, guys. Pyre is graduating, guys. They're actually graduating from Bond Live Ian and stepping down as the founder streamer on Irium. Their final day will be June 28th, chat. So, for the longest time, I didn't know how to say this. I kept writing and rewriting, hoping maybe if I didn't say anything, this day wouldn't come. But the time has finally arrived with a heavy heart. I'd love to let you all know I'll be graduating from Bond Live Ian and will no longer be streaming on Irium. Of course, my graduation from Bond Live and Irium will be announced on the tweet attached to this. After that, the journey ends, but this account, this identity will stay. I know I made a promise that I'd be live forever, and I'm sorry I couldn't keep it. I hope from the bottom of my heart that you'll forgive me for that. Please know this goodbye is in the end. Maybe just maybe in another life under different stars. We'll find each other again with all the love of my heart. Lyra. So wish them all the best, chat, in their future endeavors. I know graduating is hard sometimes. It's different for everybody, right? Some people are ready to go, others aren't. So wish them the best. And of course, guys, we have a graduation here coming from Miri, who says, I'm tired, I'll put it bluntly, if I had no time to stream. My joy for streaming is gone. When I think about it, I only feel burdened. I wish Abella didn't feel this way, but I can't make it go away. I love and appreciate all who supported me throughout the lives, whether you were here from the Snow Leopard, the Assassin, or the Silly Bartender. Thank you for all the memories, and I'll never forget. So best of luck to them as well. I get this sometimes, right, chat? Hey, can I be like vulnerable with y'all guys for a second? Is that okay? If you don't want to listen to my problems, I understand. Like, you can say no, and I'll just keep reporting. Like, that's totally okay. Yeah, the grind can cheer you up. I have had days in the subathon where I've been so tired, I have not had a good stream. I have not. It has not been joyful on certain days. You know what I mean? Like, I still show up and I do my thing and I try to have a good time, but like, I get done and I'm like, I was not happy with that stream, right? And so I'm forcing myself to take more breaks mental health wise. I'm forcing myself to rest more, things like that. So, and this all kind of, I'll be honest with you all, this all kind of came to a head with the Cinder stuff, chat. After the Cinder stuff, I think for the first time I felt burnout. That situation killed me, chat. I'm a very empathetic person. And sometimes that drains me, right? Being so empathetic is hard sometimes. And that situation absolutely killed me, chat. Looking at what everybody went through, reading those Google documents, I've dealt with very similar stuff happened to me behind the scenes, and it just it hurt a lot, and it broke me down a lot, you know. Um, it really did. So, but I'm doing better now. I'm taking more breaks. I have hard cutoffs on time now. On my days, some of you might not hear from me sometimes after like a certain time of the day. I am just cutting off completely, but I'm taking better care of myself. And I have to. But ever since then, things have been a lot better. So I appreciate you guys so much. But I get this. It's tough. It's tough sometimes. So you have to take care of yourselves, chat. You have to take care of yourselves. And I'm very much like you know, I grew up around men. I grew up around boys, right, chat? My mom, I didn't live with my mom. My mom was not in my life growing up, right? So for me, it was just like, I guess it was imprinted on me, like you push through the problems and you deal with it and you do what you got to do, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to do that, but also at the same time, like take care of myself a little bit. So I appreciate you all and thank you for being patient with me. And yesterday was like, I needed yesterday off, you know what I mean? So thank you guys again. Okay, now we can stop talking about sad stuff. We can clap. We can clap, chat. This is the good part. Good part. Let's talk about some partner celebrations. First up is Vtuber Mochi. Getting that Twitch partnership. Congrats to them. Everybody clap harder, chat. Of course, also Beepers getting the Twitch partnership as well. Congratulations to Beepers on that one. I love this trailer. This looks fun. We did it! Let's go, Beepers! Awesome job, Beepers. Beepers is sweet. I really like Beepers. I want to interact with them more. They're very nice. Yo, Shadow Dagger, thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Okay, Isaac, you're the only exception. Thank you so much, Shadow. I will spin a wheel a little bit later. Thank you so much for the 5. You are amazing. Also, guys, of course, we have Chi-chan addressing the rumors. And that is right, there's rumors are, guys. We have a Twitch partner. Congratulations. I like this bait, actually. This is fun. This is a fun way to do the fucking Google Docky. I love that. Also, guys, we have, of course, Oopsie VT. Oopsie VT. Also, a Twitch partner as well. Congrats to them. Chat. I said clap. Clap harder, chat. Clap harder. Clap more, chat more. We also have Pixie. Saying third time is the charm. Congrats to them on their Twitch partnership. We also have Pixie Faith. Clap more, clap. Clap, chat, clap. Okay, I'm clapping. If I can clap, you can clap. And finally, guys, we have Mad Cat. AKA, of course, Mad Cat says, no fluff and wave. Arigato Meowsters. Twitch recognizes efforts for your magnificent brain cells. Congratulations to them on getting Twitch partner as well. Okay, now I can stop clapping. It's okay, chat. Now I can stop clapping. So, I'm going to be introducing a new segment into my news chat. I hope you guys are ready for this. I call this segment, all the debuts that I missed, and all the outfits that I didn't get to talk about, and I'm catching up so I can say that I did cover it, even though I definitely missed it. Really cool segment, chat. So let's take a look here at what happened here with Tsunami Cat. Tsunami Cat, of course, a little bit of a tease here coming up July 2025 for their 3.0. I love the growth here. This looks awesome. So be on the lookout for that. So I did miss this, chat. Sunny decided to debut their 3D model. They said they'll do a proper debut one day. When they get full body tracking, they want to do a concert. And the cogs are already turning. But here is their 3D outfit. I'm sorry, model. It looks great.
Don't look at me scratch my boob. That's evil. I can't believe it tracks that.
I love Sunny.
I hate this program. So I can... Oh, I could do... Yeah? Dies of cringe. 28 years old, by the way. What is L-shaped balance?
I like the lighting as well.
Whoa!
I'm pretty sure that's water though, so looks really, really good. Also, guys, if you missed it, Izza also debuted I think she said it's her new tomboy outfit. That is right. Isa debuted her new tomboy outfit, and this was back on June 2nd. So looks really good. Yeah, looks really, really good. Let me give you a better picture of it. So looks great. Love that. And other news as well, guys. Take a look here. Snooty Death actually had their new cozy outfit debut a little bit ago. We missed this one, so looks really good. Looks really good. Bro, I scratch my booba all the time. How do you think I feel? Like, bro, they're hot. In other news, Aki also debuted their new summer outfit as well. And of course, you can get a good little peek of it right here. So looks great. I think they're doing a subathon as well, guys. So I'll certainly go check them out for that. Also, Eggy Waggy did debut their new outfit, which is back on the 1st. And of course, you can see that full outfit right here, chat. Oh, no, I clicked too fast. Yeah, there it is. So looks really good. Looks really good. Congratulations to Eggy. I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm gonna say Mo. Is it Omo? Omo actually debuted their new model as well. Super duper cute. I love the big jacket. Omo? Oh, I'm just gonna say Mo. I don't know how to pronounce that. Also, guys, we have Amidal. Amidal debuted their brand new outfit as well. This is beautiful. I know we talked about the trailer. I showed it to you guys, but oh my god, it looks so good. So good. Love this so much. Like the white line they put around their model too. Very, very nice. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Exactly. Very, very amazing. All right, chat. So I got some debuts and some events to talk about, and then we're gonna dive into some big news. But first up, guys, Isa. I know we talked about Isa's debut. She's actually doing a talent show. You'd have to submit this by Monday the 9th, which is coming up in 5 days. So if you want to be part of it, here is the trailer.
Hi, I'm Isa, and I'm hosting a talent show. Your beautiful and very qualified judges will be Coco Nuts, Olivia Monroe, and
Coco is the most qualified person ever to judge anything.
myself. Your submissions will
I
be
love
played on my
Coco.
Twitch stream Monday, June 9th. Anyone can join. VTubers, FleshTubers, fans, anyone. No requirements. Talents can be anything as long as they don't break TOS.
Ah, damn it.
Your pre-recorded show.
There goes my entry, chat.
3 minutes long. Contestants must join my Discord server if they wish to participate. The deadline to submit is June 7th. We can't wait to see
You
your
leave
skills.
Coco alone.
Hi.
So there you go, chat. If you want to be part of that, the deadline for that is on Monday. Bro, I love Coco. In other news, guys, let's go take a look here at debuts. Pull out your calendar so that way you can write these down. First up is coming up from Milky. June 7th at 12 p.m. PST. New outfit announcement. That's right. Milky's debut. Bro, I'm so excited for this. I love her. It looks cute. It looks super cute. What's up, Sir Crimson? How are you? My true Bro, there's no rivals in the land of booba. You just get to enjoy any booba. All booba can be appreciated equally. I've been online since what happened a month ago. What happened a month ago? I heard from the other community came here to support their Lara. However, if Lara became aware of some people in her chat for their negative action, she should be disappointed in some of them. That's not a threat. It's a promise. What's up, Dan? How are you? Very, very excited for this one. I love Milky so much. She's so sweet. She's always been nice to me. Every time I've interacted with her, go by her stream, stuff like that. She is a sweetie. So, in other news, guys, we have Cinder. Cinder is doing their debut coming up June 7th. Let's take a look. Look, guys, I'm giving you all the good news now because we got to dive into a fucking Google document. So, yeah, we're getting the good in here before we get into the bad. Nah, never too big. Never too big. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Never too big. Now, if I can't, like, hug somebody because they're, like, Well, I mean, I already have that problem hugging people, so actually that's probably a horrible example. Booba, 200-page document. GG's. Another news, guys, let's get a look here. And another debut coming up. I have a lot of debuts to talk about, chat. And that is Orla. Other debuts coming up June 13th. Let's take a look here. I like their comic stuff. The kind of comic style going on. Looks good, looks good. Booba Docky. Yes. Booba Docky. I love that. Looks cute, chat. So good. Excited for that one. And also we have, of course, the lovely gremlin, Camilla. That is right, guys. Camilla has a little bit of a teaser for you here as well. Bro, what? It looks so cursed.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken Docky. Yes. Wait, is that a... Wait. If you buy a Docky, is that just a chicken Docky? What the fuck? Also on top of this chat, with Camilla's lovely debut, we have another two to talk about. Like, is how that works? And here is QB. Their debut is coming up June 14th. New model debut at 5 p.m. CET, 8 p.m. EST for that one. Looks very exciting. And then finally, chat, just one more to talk about is Sayu. Sayu's, of course, new outfit. It's cooking up in just 2 days. Summer is here. I've been cooking a surprise for all of you. Come see my new outfit June 6th, 9 p.m. PDT. So here's a teaser for that one as well.
Chicken jockey.
Bro, I can't believe I have that sound. Hey, yo. Staring respectfully. Ruling respectfully. Barking respectfully. Bark, bark. Anyway, chat, there is Sayu's brand new outfit. I get excited. Yeah. The booblies are bristling. So, chat, let's dive down here to some indie news because I do want to talk about a few things and some of our big stories, as well as diving into a Google document that has come out about the things going on with Suika. So you remember, guys, Suika released her Google document talking about how this artist, Yina, had traced her stuff. Well, Yina came out with their own document to defend themselves, and we are going to talk about that here in just a bit. But first, let's talk about some good things. So big congratulations to our good friend Rima for getting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. That silver play button. Congratulations to Rima. So well deserved. She works her butt off. All of her videos are fire. She's amazing. So guys, give Rima some love. Congratulations to her on that. Also, guys, a Silver Veil hitting 500k. That is right, Silver Veil hitting 500k over on her Twitch and Twitter. Thank you so much for loving me, watching my streams, and enjoying my content. Thanks for watching me shake my butt while you read this. Why is this video 5 hours long? Why is this video 5 hours long? So big celebration there. Lots of celebratory cake coming here from Silver Veil today. So, but very well deserved. So, another news, guys. We're gonna talk about Offkai for a second. So, I know that a lot of people had a great time at Offkai, right? I saw a lot of pictures. Some kitty cat. Not Offkai. I'm sorry. What am I talking about? Oh my God. Twitch. TwitchCon. Rewind. I never said that. TwitchCon EU. Not a lot of people had a great time. TwitchCon EU. They, of course, were, Katie Cat was there. It's a meet and greet. Shy Lily was there as well. Had a wonderful time. It looked great. But unfortunately, chat, there were some bad things as well. So let's go take a look here with Lana. Unfortunately, guys, Lana had a really bad time. No, Offkai hasn't even come up yet. No, Offkai is in 2 weeks. So, unfortunately, guys, Lana tweeting out. It's my 9-year Twitch anniversary today. And to celebrate, my passport got confiscated. And I'm being sent home. I planned this trip for months. Made several calls to America. Bro. several calls to the American consulate ensuring I could travel to Europe with an emergency passport. After 30 hours of travel and 3 hours of waiting at customs in Amsterdam, I've been given the news I'm being sent back home. This is my first year as doing an official Twitch meet and greet, and I'm so sorry that this happened. I feel so angry for her. That sucks to be part of something like that. Official meet and greet, and it's taken away. And of course, Lana says, to be clear, I got through America no problem. Ollie, that was very easy. It was Amsterdam that does not take American emergency passports. I was told it's political. America does not accept emergency passports from the Netherlands, so they don't accept Americans. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. It's not her fault, but I really hate that for her. So, no, the problem was not America, apparently. So, I hate that for her. I feel so bad for her, guys. So, send Lana a little bit of extra love. Of course, also, guys, Boma also had an issue as well, saying, I'm so excited to get to TwitchCon to you and my friends, and it canceled mine and Tsuko's flight, refused to let us board, and we've been looking for help and making endless calls for an hour now. Absolute nightmare. So crazy, guys. That's a tough one. Also, even Reino had some situation going on where they got sent out by security because they were wearing a mask inside of TwitchCon. Are you serious, guys? This is like VTuber 101. VTubers wear masks. In the one con that I've gone to, I wear a mask. What are you talking about? Like, that's crazy that you're going to kick somebody out for that, for protecting their anonymity. Well, luckily, Rainho was a little sneaky. And I just went back and dodged a guard. All good for my meet and greet in 50 minutes. But come on, SwitchCon. Come on, bro. That's like, if that's like, why would it be a problem? You know what I mean? Why would it even be a problem? Like attire-wise. That's crazy. What's up, Guardia? Yes, I do cover news every Wednesday and Sunday. We'll also be covering non-VTuber news on Friday. Every other Friday, guys, I'm going to get back to that. So, yeah, Dai wore a plague doctor mask. Like, guys, chill the fuck out. Crazy rules. Unfortunately, chat, some really rough stuff. It happened to one of my Oshis. Vienna, what's up, DS? How are you? That's right, guys. Vienna has had a really rough time here lately. Unfortunately, guys, Vienna was hacked. Let's talk about a VTuber getting hacked here. Vienna tweeting out, hey guys, my Discord server got blown up and hacked. All is safe now in terms of being present in it, but they deleted a ton of channels and messed up all our permissions. It'll take some time to fix. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience and we'll work hard to get it back to normal. They deleted 4 years of Vienna art, which makes me so sad. 4 years worth of art. Bro, I would be devastated. I would be devastated. Like, when I lost my drive, luckily, I had backed it all up. So I had access to it, but like, bro, I would be absolutely like, I would cry my eyes out for like a month. Vienna, of course, saying, hey guys, they also took my vanity URL. The Discord GG Vienna is not functional or safe right now. It is likely was added to some scammer server. I'm waiting for Discord to get back to me. Hopefully to get that restored. Things will be closed down for now. Losing art, memes, my URL, everything sucks. I'm really sorry all of this happened. Genuinely, we're going to try to make sure this does not happen again. Guys, I had my server hacked at one point and we lost everything at that point. Really, really crazy. And of course, Vienna goes on to say, Discord, my partner server URL for years was stolen when one of my mods was compromised, not me. So again, this was not Vienna that got hacked, chat. It was a moderator. It is used for nefarious purposes on board my community. Innocent peoples are being scammed. I sent a ticket in. It was close to no answer. Retweets, please. So just trying to get her server back. Doing everything possible. Well, chat, we got some good news. Good news. Vienna saying, we got it back. Thank you so much, Discord. I appreciate y'all so much. Huge Discord W. Thank you for everybody to help me with my tweet as well. The dragon can finally rest. So, I say, one of my, my admin became compromised. They just destroyed my server. It was horrible. And of course, Vienna goes on to say, to clarify, again, no, Vienna did not get hacked. It was one of her mods who had permissions to do all that stuff. Thank you to all the staff who helped get things together, going to deal with it as it was as it was occurring. I think you all members to keep calm and do their best. I don't know why that happens. I wonder if it's because I'm opening too many tabs. Do you think it's I open too many tabs, chat? I wonder if that's it. That's crazy. I'm so sorry. Everybody type refresh. Everybody type refresh. I'm so sorry, guys. I think I need to stop opening so many tabs. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. So I'll give you all a second to get back in here, guys. Yeah, I'll give everybody a second to get back in here. So sorry, yeah, what the fuck, dude? That's kind of crazy. That's actually kind of crazy. All right, let me see if I can get my my YouTube chat back online. I'm on Google Chrome. Yeah, Google Chrome. That's crazy. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're back. Everybody type refresh. Spam your redeems, whatever. We are back, guys. So sorry about that. Yeah, but I can't use Opera because then if I try to do stuff on Twitch, like share things, it doesn't work. You got too many mini tab open it. Yeah, it must be. So, yeah, Chrome lists nom nom your RAM, especially if a lot of tabs open. I've learned my lesson, chat. I think we know what it is. I think we just need to probably delete some stuff on there. So I got you. Okay, if you're ready to continue the news, type one in the chat. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I know walk, but it's like you needed to use a lot of the Twitch integration. So crazy. Yeah, so sorry. At least it was just a blip. Chat. All right, so let's continue with our indie news before we move into a very big Google document chat. I'm first up, chat.
The booba is too strong for
Let's
stream.
go. We're too strong. We're too strong out here. So first up, chat. Oh, I think the counter fixed itself too. Let's go. Nice. Nice. I don't know how it did that, but we take those. So chat, let's take a look here at what's going on before we dive into this big document. First up, chat, is Anime Expo. That is right, panel announcement. Calling all Dragoons, Docky Bird is celebrating her birthday at Anime Expo. That is right, guys. So she will be there from July 3rd to the 6th at the Los Angeles Convention Center. If you go, let me know. I would love to see pictures. Big W for Docky, as always. So very, very exciting. And of course, chat, to add to this, this was kind of something we saw clips of. But we finally did get the official clips of Docky Bird and Maid Mint covering Last Cup of Coffee back at the Phantom Thief's Revenge concert. Let's take a quick look. Such a bass cover. Sorry, such a bass cover,
Someday
by the way.
we'll have our last conversation and drink our last cup of coffee. Someday
What a big middle finger.
we might be
I love it.
and think about the different things we used to say. All the memories of you will just
I was hacked like a year ago. Yeah, like a while ago. The Christmas cover we should have gotten. Exactly, Daniel, exactly. So true. Oh, it's such a big middle finger to Niji, and I love it. So, huge congrats to them. And of course, it is available over on Docky if you do want to check that out, because that was one that I was really interested in for a long time. Now, chat, I know that we had to go down for a second. Yeah, we're good. Idle blip. Guys, I need some fucking celebration and some hype for this. This is absolutely incredible. But I know this has been something that Alicia's been battling with for a while. But Alicia has beat cancer. She got it, chat. She won.
Been so excited to make, and
This is crazy
finally
awesome.
time. The title probably says all you really need to know.
Heck
and that
yes.
is I
She
have
beat it.
officially beaten cancer, and I got the news yesterday.
Yes, she punched the cancer cells just like this. The cancer cells, fuck you. Hell yeah.
Phone call.
She
and
punched you.
freaked out so much that I was like in complete shock. So So I wanted to make sure that I told all of my family and close friends first before I told you guys publicly, because otherwise it would be kind of awkward if they found out through a YouTube video. So thus I'm making it
That's
today,
true.
and I just want to say thank you so much for all of your love and support throughout everything. It has been a very challenging over the past 2 years.
I am so glad that she was able to take it down. She is honestly, chat, she's honestly inspiration. So, huge congrats to her. I know I love her microphone. Everybody's like, Alara, when are you gonna get a microphone? I'm like, well, I'm not getting a microphone. But if I have a microphone, it'll cover the booba, and then you'll all cry. So I can't do that. So big congratulations to Alicia on beating cancer. But wait, chat. What if I told you, chat? What if I told you? There's more. That is right, chat. Well, I have some more good news for everybody today. Vex Milk, not Vexloria, Vex Milk has beaten cancer as well. I am fucking free. Fuck cancer. We're going to be celebrating on June 2nd. I gave cancer the fucking boot once and for all. Congratulations to Vex Milk. We are winning. We are winning, baby. I love it so much. So, huge congrats to them, of course. Vex. We just hung out with them not too long ago. Very, very sweet. So, mega wins across the board all day long, baby. All day long. Another news, even more good wins, chat. Because Cotton raised a ton of money for charity. If you guys missed it, Cotton actually raised... Okay, I'm going to close these as I go along now. I'm going to learn my lesson. Cotton has raised, of course, $111,336.69 after a 24-hour charity stream for animals in need. Absolutely incredible. Cotton always cooks. And of course, she had some very big donations as well. Let's go take a look here at a clip from Ray and Tina, and then casually dropping that $10,000 dono. Absolutely love it. Let's take a look.
You're friends with Ray now.
Thank you, Prime, so much for the Prime. 10,000. Let's go, Ray. Love it. Don't look at my Discord profile. Oh my god. The Prime for Prime. You gotta love it. Absolutely amazing. Bro, God. I can't, like, I don't cry like that, but honestly, I might cry for something like that. Insane. So, she worked so hard on it. I would be sobbing too. So, congrats to everybody, and of course, for Cotton for putting on an insane event. I do want to let you guys know also that Emma is back, guys. I don't know if you remember Emma. Emma really was pretty big VTuber, did a lot of ASMR type stuff. Emma was around for a little bit, kind of just disappeared all of a sudden. We didn't know where Emma went. We talked about this about a year ago. Well, chat, some good news here. Emma is actually back. They took a hiatus and they said, hey, everyone, I'm sure some of you might have forgotten about me since I was away for almost 6 months. I'm really sorry it took me so long to come back. Was it only 6 months? I thought it was a year. That's crazy. Time flies. I'm really sorry it took me so long to come back. I needed time to recover from a lot of things, so now I can finally sit down, breathe, and slowly start focusing on VTubing again. Not gonna lie, I'm super anxious coming back after such a long hiatus, but that won't stop me because I know there are people out there waiting for me. Thank you so much for your patience and support. You won't regret waiting for the things I've been working hard, so hard behind the scenes, and everything will be new. Get ready for what's coming next. So Emma is back. I think it's awesome. We were kind of wondering what happened to her, so did you bring me food too? So that is great. The other news, guys, it feels so weird reporting on this in the indie section, but we have to talk about Baba, guys. And, you know, there's a certain short, you know, a little gooba, a little that recently graduated. You know, I don't know if it might have something to do with them, but, you know, hypothetically, if they did, Baba did give us a little bit of a teaser. Let's take a look. So there it is, chat. There it is, the little teaser. Of course, with that official logo there as well. I love it. Very, very exciting. And I'm very much looking forward to her return. Chat. So there is this one person. I don't know if you remember this guy. He's kind of a legend in our community. So if you've never tuned in, we're gonna talk about this legend, chat. This guy, chat. You know him? You probably hate him. Jonathan Davis. Does anybody remember Jonathan Davis? Infamous guy, the king of the internet. That's right. The king of the internet, chat. Well, he has been bothering VTubers for a very, very long time. No! Well, guess what? He's back for more. He's definitely not coming, but he's coming, but not the way that we want. He's actually shown up in another person's stuff. So I feel like this really encapsulates Jonathan Davis, but basically to give you the TLDR, Jonathan Davis basically just bothers people in their chat a lot. He normally gets banned for being a nuisance, and then he does unbanned requests and just goes crazy about it. So here we go, guys. Here's another certified Jonathan Davis classic. Does he penny? I'm so sorry. He's such a pest, but okay, so here we go, chat. Now, do you want me to read this in my voice, or do you want me to read it in Jonathan Davis's voice? Now, which one would you like? And his voice would be funny. Okay. I got you. Until I get him banned, this channel should not even be live, let alone have new followers and subscribers. Hell, I might be the only one on this planet that believes any Twitch channel that bans me should not be live until I'm unbanned. If I can't destroy this channel for wrongfully banning me, best thing for me to do is try to become more online famous than you, because online fame is my current goal in life, and then maybe you'll realize you should have never banned me in the first place. Bro, this guy is so delusional. What the fuck is this?
Wait,
Bro.
he's the guy who LARPs as a guy channeling dead mentally ill people? He's still around?
Hey, wait. Does he do that? I didn't know that. Bro, this guy is actually crazy. And he's like, nothing should exist unless, you know, I'm part of it because I'm the king of the internet. Absolutely crazy, guys. So I highly recommend guys just ban this guy. He's a pest. He goes after people. These are always his unbanned requests. He's just a legend. He's literally a legend. Look, all YouTube and Twitch users do not follow, subscribe to this person until I'm banned onto it. It's so cringe, man. We just can't get rid of him. We just cannot get rid of him. Absolute craziness. So chat, as you guys know, it's Pride Month, baby! Yes, Pride Month! Pride Month! It's okay to be gay. I'm gay as fuck, chat. No, we are celebrating everybody, but I do want to talk very briefly about this because this became something that I saw going around. And I want you to know, guys, you don't have to mutually celebrate just Pride and Men's Health Month. You know you can celebrate both at the same time, right? Like, if you celebrate one, you can celebrate the other. You're not trapped in a cage to only celebrate just one. Like, people are acting like, people are like, oh my God, how dare you celebrate Pride? You must hate men's mental health. Like, that's not true at all. And look at this, look at this. I'm gonna give you an example. Now, look, you know, I don't agree with everything Banana Juju does. I like Juju. I think Juju's a sweet person. I don't agree with all their takes, but here's the thing, right, chat? Banana Juju tweets this out. It is Men's Mental Health Month. All the men out there, whoever you are, whatever you are doing right now, take care of yourselves. Very, you know, pure intention post. Nothing weak about taking the load off your shoulders. Very nice, right? And of course, somebody goes in here and goes, babe, a new base VTuber grift just dropped. What are you talking about? They even did the like, oh, it's a joke thing. It's just a shit post. Don't overthink it. Bro, you can mutually you can celebrate both of them at the same time. They're not mutually exclusive. Like, you can celebrate both. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me, chat. So look, I'm gonna tell you all right now. Celebrate what you want to celebrate. I encourage you to celebrate both. Just because you celebrate one doesn't mean that the other one is not as important or just as equally priority, right? They're both equally important things. We should take this month to highlight these things and spread awareness about it. It's really not hard. Spread awareness. This is the month to do this, to celebrate, to spread awareness, to educate. Celebrate both. You don't have to just pick one. And if you pick just one, that doesn't mean that you hate the
Real
other.
quick
So
before I have to
it's
go,
crazy.
Since it's Pride/Men's Mental Health Month, I'ma be upfront. I haven't been feeling the best mentally for the past few months. It's
gotcha.
been difficult for me to not only take care of myself,
Oh,
but
no.
to talk
I'm
to
sorry
someone
to hear
about
that.
what I've been going through. I'm not
Right.
expecting sympathy or empathy, and I don't want to use this as an excuse for my
Yeah,
behavior.
no, I totally
but
understand.
I will say this,
You're
you
responsible.
made my day better. Thank you,
Oh,
Laura.
thank you.
Your
You're
presence
sweet.
means more than you know.
Oh, I appreciate that. I try to make your day better if I can. So I do get that though. We have hard times in our life and hard days, but if you can at least like push yourself a little bit to take care of yourself, we would I would appreciate that. If you could do something for me today, Dark Sky, as a personal request. If you haven't taken care of yourself at all, at my request, if you could, try to do that today. Make sure you get up, brush your teeth, take a shower, just something small. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that goes a long way. And reach out and get the help. I'm not the person, obviously, to give you that help, but reach out and get the help that you need. Okay? Yeah, believe in the me that believes in you. Exactly. Yeah, I just want to talk about this briefly, guys, because again, like, you can celebrate both. Just because you celebrate one doesn't mean you hate the other, right? It's the whole pancakes and waffles, like, kind of thing. So, all right, chat. I gotta take a stretch on this a second. You remember, my longtime viewers, it's been a few weeks. Do you guys remember Surge VT? Does anybody remember that? I don't know if you do. I don't know if you remember this guy. Surge VT was somebody that was causing a lot of problems in the scene not too long ago. That is right. Well, I'm going to remind you guys. So here we go. We have a tweet here from Surge saying the cat is out of the bag. Hi, my name is Surge. I'm a koi fish V-singer known for making Vocaloid pop rock
Cheer
and
while
VTuber
100.
covers.
Today we are celebrating the disappearance of Elara's keyboard since she
That's
decided
true.
to spill her drink
I'm
on it.
sorry. I
Look.
knocked it with my chest. So, of course, beautiful design, right, chat? Looks absolutely beautiful. Well, I was asking myself, I'm like, wait a second. That name kind of rings a bell. Oh, now I remember. This is the guy that was part of NOA that weaponized polyamory label to manipulate and cheat on people, had a document released about him, got let go of NOA and canceled, and then already came back after just a few months. It was that guy. That guy, chat. He literally weaponized polyamory, dude. Yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah, that guy. Well, chat, he's already trying to come back. It's absolutely wild. And of course, that is not what I pressed on. Oh my God, close the tabs, or everything explodes. Well, luckily, chat, there is somebody that did link the document. So if you want to take a look at it, his other one, or the one initially about him, it is right here. And it's called Surge VT is a Manipulator, and this is by Aisha Awawa. So you can go check that out if you want to look at it. I kind of get a little bit more of the history. I think we went through this like very slightly. We didn't dive into the whole thing, but we definitely did talk about it. So yeah, I'm over it too. But essentially, to give you the TLDR, he got let go of in a way because he was literally manipulating people behind the scenes. He cheated on people. Used polyamory as like a weapon to manipulate them as well. He's like, oh, I'm polyamorous, so I can just cheat on you. Like, really just shitty behavior overall. He said he was never going to come back. He tried to there was like some stuff with NOA where like, he was making some tweets, and he thought there was still part of Inoue, but he wasn't. Inoue had to release a thing about it. It was kind of a mess, I'm not gonna lie. But point was, this guy was really shitty. He said he was never gonna come back. He left, and now he's already back. Not surprised. So just want to let you know what's going on, chat. Keep that ear to the ground, okay? Yeah, using polyamory to excuse being a cheater is so fucked, by the way. That's so fucked. As somebody who's been in a polyamorous relationship before, that is mega fucked. I want you to know that. That's one of the worst things you can do. Absolutely. One of the worst things you can do. Super duper fuck. Okay, chat, I'm gonna get you to help me here. I'm gonna let you decide what we do next, so I take a sip of my drink. Cause I need to drink my gamers up. So what's next, chat? You guys vote. Do you want to go through the Google Doc, or do you want to go up to the Corpo News before we do the Google Doc? It's up to y'all. I can go either way with it, but I need a sip of my drink. I wish I could do something to get myself a relationship. But thickums. But thickums. I own you. What are you talking about? You're mine. What do you mean you're mine? You're mine. You belong to me. Said nobody. Damn girl, you believe in pissing? Me too, I think now. Got him. Look, I love you, Thickums. I gotta fight with you. The Google Docky! Alright, guys, let's go into this Google Docky. So, initially, chat. Let me see if I can go. I should have had this on hand, but I didn't. Yeah, I did not have this on hand. My bad. Here we go, guys. So, Suika, the person that released this customizable model. You guys probably remember this, right? Well, she released a Google document about this particular individual that was allegedly tracing, copying, things like that right now. Now, I'm not an artist, guys. I gotta be real with you. I'm not an artist, so for me, like, I looked at it, we read through it. It was just kind of, for me, it was like, yeah, this looks pretty bad, right, chat? Trying to find the document, I'll see it. So, oh, here it is. I tried to resolve this issue with them privately, but seems to have not changed. Wait, what did Thickum say? What did Thickum say? God, if I was owned by a lord, right, the longest fucking Google Doc. Look here, Thickums. You would love the privilege of even being in my presence. So initially this was released, right, chat, this big Google Doc. I'm talking about Yina. And in this Google Doc, they go on to talk about how Yina had copied from Suika and some other artists as well, saying that they were inspired by them, showing some tracing stuff, etc. Now, I gotta say, this looked pretty strong, in my opinion. Looked pretty strong. I'm not an artist, so all I can do is kind of look at what's here and rely on somebody that's more of an artist to really tell me what they think, right? But when we did dive into this, it kind of looked like, yeah, you know, this ain't a good look. You know what I mean, chat? It ain't a good look. Of course, Ina went on to say, like, I did not copy, so on and so forth, right? But she tried to comply with their requests about stuff like that. Well, guys, Ina actually decided to make a document. Now, I'm reading this for the first time, right, chat? But what I will say, from the whispers that I've heard from this, is apparently this is actually a really strong defense. So I do want to go look at this and see what's going on. Now, let's see what's going on. So Suika has not addressed since this came out 2 days ago. This might just end up being a he said, she said type thing. I don't know. But we are certainly going to dive into it. So luckily, chat, luckily for all of you, my wonderful friend, Dear Ara, is here, who is going to help us read some of this stuff. But so let's read it. So first up, there's serious allegations about my art posted on Twitter by Suika. On May 25th, the main concern being circulated is that I have traced or copied from Suika and her other artists in my final works uploaded on my Twitter. I want to say that Suika's allegations are not true. Interesting. Okay, so straight up just like, they're not true. Now, look, from what we looked at, it looked like it was pretty heavily inspired, chat. I will say that it looked pretty heavily inspired, so I don't know how true this is, but we're certainly going to dive into it. I mean, when we initially went through it, chat, it was like, it looked traced to me, but it is okay to be inspired as well. So that's absolutely true. I'll zoom in on this a little bit more. So my final works are entirely my own. I'm not tracing copying from anybody else's work. It's a style developed over the years of practice, personal exploration, and creative growth shaped by personal influences around me. The time-lapse recording attached is an example. How my work is entirely my own and created without tracing or heavy references to Suika and her artists, as she alleges. I only ask that you look at both sides of the situation with an open mind. Of course, avoid making assumptions and jumping to a conclusion based on one's perspective. The following sections will be addressed and just prove the allegations made openly by Suika, which have publicly called my reputation, integrity, and credibility into question. Before addressing each claim, it's important to acknowledge how these claims are presented. The framing relies on selective context and speculation that leads readers to assume and come to a conclusion without full evidence. Each of these exhibits in each section directly addresses and refutes a specific claim that was made against me. I made sure to include relevant references, sketches, inspirations, to show clearly where my ideas came from, how were they developed, and why the allegations do not hold. So if this is the case, it's a very strong defense, chat. If they can prove it, right? Disclaimer, dates on timestamps will be in U.S. Explicit consent has been given to commissions. The exhibits, examples by others have referenced below. Unless stated otherwise, this document's been formatted in landscape mode. Please keep that in mind for optimal readability. Okay, so first up is section 1. Tracing accusations mentioned as most recent copying under Suika's document. Suika claimed that my model sketch is trace copy with the face outline, neck, lip proportions, and its shape. Okay, fair enough. Which we did, of course, look at as well. So, will it really not let me copy? That's lame. Okay, so anyway, in anime art, shoujo and feminine design in particular, feminine proportions allow certain specific conventions, such as thinner necks, where the outer edges will normally line up on the iris, or even at the inner edge, soft tapered jaw, and slightly pointed chins. I think most of you guys already know that. Even if you're not an artist, right? It depends, of course, on artistic liberty, taken in how the feminine the goal is to make the character. The vertical placement of the eyes can be shifted upwards or down to achieve a youthful or mature look. The nose is generally placed halfway between the eyes and chin, though it may slightly lower. These are the common guidelines for anime faces. When characters are being drawn in a symmetrical front-facing view, and it's similar in limited variation, this will often lead to a visual overlap with when following similar stylistic trends, proportion angles, and line work, and therefore very similar. So they're saying, look, my style, it's not about style. They're like, look, it's basically just like art is pretty much drawn this way. Obviously, there are some differences, but, you know, it's very common trope, right? The similarities are an outcome when following basic foundational principles of proportions and shapes, and as such, is not indicative of copying or tracing. I've not traced or copied Suika's model face in my model sketch. And of course, here is Suika's work, and some of their own work as well. So this is one of their models, Vivian and Alexandrina. I can't say that. So what do you think about this, chat? I mean, I think it looks different enough. I mean, here's Suika's, and of course, here is the other one. I mean, I think there are some aspects of the eyes that are extremely similar. I could see how somebody from the outside that doesn't know art like I do would look at this and be like, okay, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Let's just say Rena. But what do y'all think of this so far? What's your thoughts? As an example, here's Suika's proportion. Lip and eye placement lines more closely with Vivian. Highlights Suika having a wider cheek than we've seen in Vivian, but a more pointed chin, like Rena. So you can see, yeah, the chin is very pointed on that one. My work aligns more with Rena's proportions. The lips lining up more. The ends of the eyes align, but I highlights on my eyes to the lower, a softer chin, and jaw line that is slightly narrowed. So Now, this is just one example, right? You know what I mean? Here's the issue. It's hard to judge if it looks the same, but it doesn't look right. Like, there are enough differences, but there are similarities, right? Both the works having a close overlap with the 3D models is reflective of the common stylistic choices made. So, basically, I think their argument is, look, I'm not copying anybody. Like, we're just using very common drawing, like, styles and tropes. It's just a stylistic choice. It's not that I was tracing. With the same logic Suika originally applied to me, one could argue that both our works mirror these existing faces proportions and shapes closely, which would not be a fair and accurate conclusion. Similar stylistic influences do not correlate to imitation, especially when it's a common particular in the VTuber anime inspired art. I mean, I think for me it's more like the shape of the face and everything like that. But you just see how the jaw looks like wider there. Relying purely on the resemblance as proof makes it unreliable claim. Given the example shows how both works have a close overlap with the 3D models, featuring common stylistic choices. What's up, Jester? So we could claim that the eye shape was copy traced, that it can be tweaked with a slider. This is not true. I've neither traced nor copied our eye shape from our customized eye slider. Exhibit A and B were both references when drawing the eyes of the model sketch in question of tracing and copying. Exhibit A, the image on the left, was sent to me by my friend as a reference for the eye shape, which is indicated in the screenshot. Okay, here's the eye shape ref. This was on the 19th of May. However, wasn't the original eye problem, wasn't this way before that? Yeah, when did they reach out? Oh, this is back in 2022. That's kind of a problem though. Like, this was like a reference made on the 19th of May, and like they also spoke to them in 2022. Like, this was way earlier. But I mean, you do have proof that somebody did want this in particular, so I guess I would excuse it enough, right? Image on the right is never a reference that contribute the eye shape in the specific model sketch. Okay, so here it is right here. Maybe it was just a coincidence. No, chat. I think because they had this talk with them back in 2022, maybe this ended up being a coincidence, and they took it as like you're copying me. These are real life references used for specific eye details. Okay. To disprove the allegation of copying or tracing, I've recorded a time lapse of a quick bust up front facing model sketch, as I primarily work in Photoshop, which does not have the built-in feature to record a time lapse. Okay, let's take a look. I'm probably going to skip a little bit here. I'm going to go to the eyes in particular. What's up, Jerry? I'm doing good. How are you? We're looking at these accusations that somebody stole or traced a VTuber model. Yeah, that's true, Falcon. That's true. I mean, you can see they at least like drew the eye shape like right here. I think it's the part I want to look at. Which inherently drawing one thing with the reference doesn't mean you're like completely guilty of not tracing, right? But yeah, I don't know if this is like actual pictures or not, but I'm not gonna get into that. It's just a reference, right? So these are the design references we used to create the model buff. Based off Dracula. I love her so much. Monster High, baby. So there you go. The side-by-side comparison of the work that was accused of copying tracing and result of the time lapse. I mean, very similar. I don't think it's so much like, I mean, once you have a model like this, you can recreate another one, right? I think it's more like, now we're falling into the line of, okay, look, is this more a coincidence because something kind of happened before that they try to call them out on with a similar eye style? Or is this more to do with like, they actually were inspired instead of copying and tracing, right? Some people consider elves monsters. I think that's where I'm kind of lying right now. I'm like, is this more a coincidence? There's a superimposed. Again, like redrawing one that you just had doesn't necessarily like prove you're innocent. But a superimposed image of the model sketch being accused of tracing copying and a model sketch in the time-lapse lines closely together from the general proportions, placements, and features in the eye shape. This reaffirms the point that my sketch in question was created wholly from my own process while using real-life references and not copied or traced as alleged. Okay, that's fair enough, right, chat? I mean, they're showing that that's their process. This is what they do. Maybe they were inspired at one point, but they're not trying to copy or trace, and this is their own process that just coincidentally has a very close resemblance to Suika. What do you guys think? And what do you guys think of this one? I gotta stand up a second. My legs are going out. So basically, Steel Rap. This artist was accused of tracing another. Your legs left, where they go? To the right. I do have legs. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning, right? Because like the initial stuff that Suika put, it was very strong. Like the overlay and stuff like that, right? Of course, I'm referencing the legs, everything in here. I think ultimately what it's probably gonna boil down to is like before Suika kind of had like a problem, called it out, and many years later, 3 years later, right? Things seem similar again. So they assume the worst, right? Which, I mean, I can't say they're wrong on that, right? But also at the same time, like, you gotta dive in. So, it was alleged my work involved copying Suika. However, shown in the overlay comparison above, Suika's own work closely matched the Zenless Zero 3D model of Vivian and Alexandrina with different small subtleties to both. So they're basically just arguing that this is pretty much just a trope, an average type of VTuber model. So, what's up, Stop? How are you? Hope you're doing well, Kitty. Yeah, I saw all the things, you know, the things. So I hope you're doing good. Which now I've been drawn into it because I get name dropped and I'm just like, oh my god, here we go again. But I hope you're doing good. So, you and Rev. Yeah, so I'm diving into the second document because we went to the first one, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on. So, I told my chat at the beginning, but guys, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. If I want to talk about it, there will be a time to talk about it, right? Persona, thank you for giving us some distrub. If there is a time to talk about it, I will let you know. I'm sure there will be in the future, but let things lie right now. And I'll talk about when it's time. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. It's really not worth it. It's not that big of a deal on my end, but for my friends and other people, yeah, it might be. So we'll see. Sometimes you gotta let stuff sit there, and then we go from there, right? So anyway, to sing on my work and be accused of copying tracing, when visual comparisons like these can happen, and unintentionally seem speculative at best, targeted and harmful at worst. I mean, I think it's fair enough. Again, like I feel like the stuff back in 2022 is probably what makes look the worst. Especially with like this chibi that they like, had, and some of the proportions were similar as well. They said they were inspired by somebody else, but I think like now, like more modern, it's more coming to the point where I think it just happened to just be coincidental. You know what I mean?
I don't
Yeah,
think
Isaac, have a
the
good
original
one.
document was very strong. When Suika said all I have to do is flip and stretch the eye vertically to make it match up, that heavily discredited her. If you
Sure.
transform the eye shape, you can make it match almost
Match almost anything, yeah,
you
that's
want.
true.
My artist
Yeah.
friend confirmed this.
What they were saying was it was the model slider actually in the model itself, because they have the customizable model. At least that's how I took it. I think that's what they meant. The dangerous precedent set for the future of the VTubing art community. Suika claims that the eyes have a drawn are traced and copied from her customizable model. A screenshot below to confirm her document. She said the eyes are similar once her customizable model eye was tweaked with the sliders to fit my work. The allegations put forth against me highlights a potentially dangerous issue at hand for the VTubing art community and its future. Okay, let's read why. VTuber models are designed for symmetrical front-facing views. This leaves little to no room for variations in proportions of face shapes before they start to naturally overlap due to limitations. That's fair enough. Opens the floor for more artists to be accused of tracing simply because proportions or facial features appear similar to line up, especially where customizable models are more rampant than ever. And I think it's a fair statement. I think it was more about like, I think I'm going to go back to this thing in chat. I think it has to do more with the fact that back in 2022, they had this conversation about this and the other model as well, right? And so now we're in 2025, and it's kind of like, hey, you're doing it again. But I'm thinking maybe Sui could jump the gun on that. You know what I mean? So there will be nothing to prevent this from happening in the foreseeable future of this community. The eyes, as you can see here, do not line up. But when focusing on only the eyes, you just have to add the eyes vertical and eye shape parameters for the eye of the customizable Vtuber model little. You have a very similar eye. Somebody who's done art for years, I really won't believe stuff about tracing unless it's extremely blatant or actually proof of them being caught. Tracing is shown. Enemy art styles come in all sorts of styles and proportions. I mean, you only do so much with it. Absolutely. There are limitations, right? Public implication of wrongdoing. So we made a public post directly naming me, so just saying copying, tracing, heavily referencing. I mean, again, looking at the original document, it didn't look good with the history. But I do feel like getting an explanation here is really good for Mina. Oh, that was E-Falcon. I mean, I had small Lola here. It was I think she copied her. But anyway, so Suika made a public post directly naming me. Saying I was, of course, tracing, heavily referencing the use of image overlays to highlight similarities in eye shapes and facial proportions to imply the tracing, which, I mean, it did look like to me, but I'm also not an artist, so even if the claims wasn't true data, right, can be easily interpreted by the public as tracing. While the documents later edited to clarify intent, the initial presentation of it carries weight and plain a seed of doubt, one that shapes public perception of me and my works. That's very, very true. They said they're for them straight up copying a low-key trace of my work is this she'll slap in the face. They did say that. They did say that. Also, clearly said multiple times they say heavily referencing and copying of all. By no means that I claim that every single unit thing, everything the unit drew is traced off me, but I mean, you did say like low-key tracing work. Copying goes to the original character allegations. And ironically, timeline where Lara's as good as artist she is with guitar be scary. But I'm not that good. Here we go. Copying the headband, animal ears, two-tone hair, dark goth designs, dark clothing, outfit, top design, and red eyes. The inspiration of my new OC began. And I started playing VR chat in 2022. Suika made the allegation of tracing 2022. They had fully addressed and disproved, but the accusation had left a deep emotional impact. Absolutely. Especially if they were inspiration to you, as we saw in Suika's document. My previous design, which once meant so much to me, became something I'm no longer identified with due to it no longer representing who I am or how I wanted to express myself creatively. So here's the one that they airbrushed back in 2021. While spending time in VR chat and exploring avatars, I found a space that allowed me to start fresh and slowly rebuild what creativity felt like for me. This is where the idea for my OC design started to form. I'm in my chair a little bit, chat. The exhibits below will showcase the design influences and the process of the design choices I made from personal influences and stylistic preferences that shape my OC design final looks. I no longer use this version of the design. It has since been further developed and refined as part of my creative process. So here's their ears and stuff they made, and then here's of course an update to that as well, posted February and posted April. Okay, so they're giving us a lot of behind the scenes. This is where I developed my OC, and this is where it came from. Of course, there's the dates for that, right? Her design showing a headband is not published until March 2022. That they're stating that I had this before they posted their original work. The elements in question, like the headband, were already present prior to Suika's design being made public in March 2022. Okay, that's a pretty big deal, chat. That's a pretty big deal, right? Based on the timeline, it's important to note that the advertised creators' work from Exhibit C in regards to animal ears and so on was publicly available before Suika's 3.0 design, and the headband was released publicly on Twitter. So here you go. This is the 2022. So they're stating that I already created these things before all of this other stuff. And of course, here's the timeline for that. So seems to check out. Yeah, seems to check out. Here's the 3.01. So this was February 21st, 2022. This one was January 9th. So they're saying that all of these from back here was where it came from first. So, and this was the original one for 3.0. And here is, of course, the stuff about their goth dark colors. These are back in 2022, August and July, respectively. Okay. Conversation I had with a friend in May about an avatar I came across. And that was back in May 9th. I love that one. Games between friends, where I expressed I was going through an emo phase. And of course, this was in 2022 for all of these as well. So we could consider dark clothing and top design was copied. This isn't true. Please refer to the exhibits as they showcase the full development process on my character design. Okay, and this was all 2022. When was Suika's posted? Here's screenshots between the friends on the live TD. In June 8th, 2022. Here's more stuff with friends. There's mood boards and OC design boards as well. Screenshots of DMs including early aspects of my character theme and aesthetic direction. So there you go. Where was Suika's posted? OC design, right? Final mood board, okay. Our piece of my OC design for final design. I just want to know when Suika's was posted, you know what I mean? The exhibit R reflect the level of thought and personal meaning that went into developing my character's lore. We can see that as C+, thank you for 25 months. Backstory, the depth and emotional investment shown here directly disperse the idea that simply copied Suika's design. The character creation came from a place of genuine effort, not something they carelessly created. So they did show a lot of proof back here that they spent a lot of time developing this character, right, chat? Can we agree to that? Type 3 if you agree. I think we can look at this and show there's a lot of proof, right? So we can come to that copy to Red Eyes in her design. This isn't true. And of course you reference HSR from, or Sparkle from Honkai and Ruby from Oshinoko. Gotcha. Okay, and then she put pictures to tie to all of them. Claims to copy the same hand post on the art piece I created. This is not true. The hand post on my art piece was not copied up for a screenshot of her model. This one did look a little sus, but the art posted and posted in Tales was inspired by K-pop group Red Velvet song Peekaboo. Okay, so they went off this. And here's the proof of that. So I feel like, I'll be honest, chat, looking at this now, it feels like Yina has a lot of answers for all of this, right? Let me look at the date. When did Suika talk to Yina the first time? March 10th, 2022. All this stuff was in June 19th, 2022. I mean, this was the original time they talked to Enos and you. They copied them. It was technically after they talked to them, right? But at least they are showing where the inspiration came from, right? Like, yeah, like tons of people do this. So, first time design was revealed. That was before the conversation they had with Suika. Interesting. Lyrics from the song, gotcha. And of course, that was before the conversation as well. Tapping of the ice allegation. Suika claims I've never done ice. Had inner corners on the ice, underwater line in her document. This is not true. And here we go, guys. We have pictures from 2016 from an art book showing that. It's images from my Instagram showing artworks with semi-realistic style and similar eye shapes I use today. Wow, dude, they brought the receipts. I'm not gonna lie. They really brought the receipts. Hi, Bora, how are you? I mean, there's proof, chat. The similar eye style from a long time ago. Wow. I gotta be honest, chat. This is kind of boiling down to me. It's like, it was a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like, the 2022 stuff, I don't know. That was 3 years ago, right, chat? I feel like maybe there was some weight to that. I don't know. I think we need to put that up on the shelf. But I will say today, as of 2025, it really does look like this was just a coincidence, you know? She comes with the eye shapes, specifically for the rat VTuber model and whale girl design were directly referenced or heavily referenced from hers. This is also not true. The following exhibit shows the process, and I experimented with some anime-esque eyes. Here's more anime-esque. Here's the rat girl model. Teams with the client show work in progress images where the eye design evolves through various stages of refinement and adjustment. That's good to know. Actually, this helps a lot. Actually, you can see chat. So this definitely kind of shows they're innocent on this one. Yeah, like very strongly, actually. Includes work in progress screenshots of the rat model. As shown, I used both my own artwork and a real life eye reference to draw the eyes. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, chat. I feel like now we've evolved from the 2022 stuff. I don't really know, just because I don't feel like there's enough information, but we can put that on the shelf, put it up on the shelf. But I feel like while there are some similarities, it looks like it just boils down to a coincidence. You know what I mean, chat? Because, like, I'll be honest, this is a really strong defense. It really does look like Tina brought the receipts, you know what I mean, chat? It really does. All the references they have, showing all the old art they made, yeah. Which, like, if the 2022 stuff is real, I can understand from a point why Suika might feel like that's a problem, right? Chat might be like, oh my god, like, you're copying me again, right? Suika comes to every semi-realism VTuber model artist has similarities. Is not trying to claim all semi-realistic art styles are hers. So here is that one. I also want to add there is no shape or from am I trying to call out all semi-realistic art styles? Otherwise, I've been called out every single artist who has an art style that even resembles mine. Every semi-realism VTuber model artist has their similarities, but also add their own twist. It's always going to be overlap, especially on front-facing VTuber models that are drawn in symmetry. There's a point where the amount of similarities, things that line up, history, copying, paints a bigger picture. And I feel like this is where Suika's coming from. It's more like there's a good amount of similarities, but also like you had a history that I had like this past incident with you. And so that's why we're sitting where we sit. I think that's where it's coming from, chat. I have long since avoided using VTuber model artists as I made a reference since 2022 because of those allegations that were made against them, right? Real life eye references of doing makeup using reference for eye slashes, lips, and makeup style, which is very similar to the eyes used for both models, right? Even more. And while references as well. A doll in real art. References, of course, you have the Monster High stuff. Ever After High as well. Screenshots to update sent to client should a PNG of their design alongside with real life reference of a face makeup, which was a point of reference during the entire project. Yeah, this, I'm gonna be real, guys. They brought the receipts. This looks really good. Screenshots to big DMs of which I was actively exploring and experimenting with different eye styles and shapes. Here. We have a different one here. I'm gonna be honest, chat. They got the answers for this. I mean, they're showing where all of it came from. For them to release this, look, this document came out on the 25th, right? They just released this on the 2nd, right? To pull all this within a week and have all that on hand, I gotta say, yeah, like this is actually a pretty strong Google
Also,
Docky.
I think Suika was really unnecessarily aggressive in their correspondence in 2022 and really just wouldn't accept no for an answer.
I mean, Darth, that was 3 years ago. I don't want to dive too much into that, but it was 3 years ago, right? Like, I feel like you're being copied and the person, like, you have a conversation about it. I mean, was there probably wrongdoing on both sides? Absolutely. But again, that was 3 years ago. I feel like the only thing that's relative is just were they actually tracing from that, you know? So this is important, chat. So in this document, they're also accused of tracing this chibi. So let's kind of look at this. The concerns was addressed previously in 2022, which was for Tina, and I will clarify it once more again. In her document, Suika states that she does not know the owner of the chibi model that Yina made. The way it is presented can be interpreted as the model was created for a client and sold for profit. The model in question was part of a personal study and never intended for commercial use or profit, as clearly mentioned as per the DM in this document. Okay, Suika also mentions that the trace copy posts are gone now. Why I did not agree with the word being involved with tracing or copying, I chose to remove the post at the time to respect the artist's wishes and concerns made. I'll firmly reiterate, I did not trace this work. I did not, and have not traced any of my works. Okay? I mean, it does look bad that, like, you're accused of something you do a personal study with that type of work, but, you know, okay, I do not know the owner of the chibi model that Yina made. I can assure you the chibi model wasn't traced. It was way too heavily referenced, and that I do admit there was no intention for it to be sold other than for practice. As I told Tina, that it was something I should not have posted, especially for practice and experimentation. So yeah, I mean, that was a little bit of a misstep, but there you go. I've always been transparent when the concerns were brought up that the piece was heavily inspired, as many artists do when studying styles they admire. The intention was to practice and learn, which is totally okay, by the way, chat. Totally okay to do that. Shows models works that were allegedly traced. Claims that were made up certain parts of the model, specifically the eyes and legs, were traced. This is what I want to get into, chat. I feel like this is very important that we go over this with a fine like tooth comb. This was also addressed previously at that time, and I want to reiterate this for the second time. When Suika's work was visually referenced as part of the exploration of my style back then, the final piece was created through my own process. I cannot admit to an action I did not commit, and I maintain my stance I did not trace the work. So basically she's saying, look, I was inspired, I didn't trace it. I really like this person, they were an idol to me. I did, inspired by their stuff, aspire to it, but I did not trace. They are very much saying, I did not trace. Claims of my previous two models, blonde model and the outfit of my pink hair model, were copied. When I was approached by Suika in 2022 regarding the tracing allegations, the topic of design similarities, especially with my old model, with a cardigan outfit and blonde hair model, were not mentioned. I was not given the opportunity to address these claims at the time, and this is the first instance of my design comparison mentioned. This is kind of something that was there and now it's coming up. I believe it's important to clarify that they were not part of the original discussion in 2022. So they brought that forth in the new document, right? Regarding the cardigan outfit, cozy vibes are widely used in commonly seen motifs. My outfit is not a tank top, as Suika claims, but a one-piece dress, inspired by the wrappings of a Ferrero Rocher chocolate. The cardigan is brown, cropped, and worn loosely, not tucked in on both sides of the shoulder. The wavy hairstyle reference was a toggle added later for a style change and not part of the original final look of the design. I need to reiterate, these claims are never mentioned to me in the original discussion. I mean, to be fair too, if Suika feels like something was copied and wants to add to it, they can do that, but I'm glad that they at least addressed it, right? Reference issues for cardigan. I think the real problem is she inspired so many times it comes up. I mean, I will say this, the original stuff in 2022 was inspired, but like, since then, like, what did she use that was inspired, right? Because she has a good answer for everything, including like the poses and all that other stuff, and she has messages to go with it. The bangs in her hair were not derived from her design. It was inspired by a corporate Vtuber from a live JP La Plus. I do want to see that. Yeah, where's the exhibit for that? Okay. I mean, she has an explanation for everything she referenced, too. The hair bow was inspired by Sailor Venus. My entire design was very reminiscent of Sailor Moon. Bows are widely used motifs across countless different character designs. I guess, like, you have to ask yourself, chat, what is the limit that you're willing to look at something and say it's too much of a coincidence if it happens over and over, right, chat? I think that's the question. That's the real question here. I mean, she's got receipts that, you know, like, she's like, this is where it came from. Yeah, I mean, there's dates. It's pretty solid, chat. I will say some of the dates were after their initial conversation, but she does show where she drew inspiration, which I think is important, right? Similarity in isolated design aspects does not indicate imitation, especially when the design was influenced by publicly recognizable sources. What may feel like a specific match can just be shared influences from the same visual cultural library, with that being the VTuber community, which often draws inspiration from anime games. So again, I feel like you just have to decide, chat. I mean, the nose is very different. The eyebrows look different. Of course, the bangs look different. I think you just have to decide, what do you feel like is too much? You know, and maybe that's what this was back in 2022, right? And maybe it was aggressive. Maybe it wasn't taken in the best way from both sides. But this is what that was back then, right? So now we're in 2025. You feel like you're being copied again. I get where Suika's like mentally coming from. I don't have to agree with it, but I think Suika's just trying to protect her art. But I feel like it should have been handled better. So here's, of course, all the references. Fallacy and argument. Sorry. Hold on. Let me get a sip of my tea for this one, chat. No, I don't think it screams that way. I'll be honest. It's just like, how about this, Sinky? When you do an event, let's say I do an event, right? I do something, and it's called, I don't know, the VTuber Cafe. And I have a cafe, and I have a background that is very specific, and it's all black. And then during the cafe, I only invite guys to come talk, right? Let's say somebody has another event called the VTuber, I don't know, VTuber Coffee. And then they have a very similar black background and only invite guys to talk on their show. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, it's a side eye, right? Now, is it okay to do that? Absolutely. I'm not going after anybody, even if it's hypothetical they did that, right? But it's a side eye, and I feel like that's what was originally coming from Suika. It's just kind of like, your eyebrow raises up a little bit, you know what I mean? Just coach, I'm not implying that Suika has copied or traced my work, right? However, the roles were reversed, and then one can make a similar claim by using the same reasoning used against me. And that was something that I did want to point out. I'm very surprised that Suika did not discuss the fact that that same argument could be used against her, right? I think it's unfair, though, for people to call Suika paranoia as bullying. I think it's unfair, though, for people to say that Suika's paranoia is bullying. Well, I mean, they did try to address it, right? Back in 2022, and that was kind of the end of it. But if Suika feels like they keep copying them, actually, wait a second, hold on. I think I just recognized a misstep. Hold on, time out. I tried to resolve this issue with them privately in 2022, but it seems they've not changed. I think Suika was also charged to reach out to them more recently. Instead of taking something from 3 years ago, to actually have a discussion with them about what's going on now. I think I glossed over that fact because I just assumed that happened. And I don't see any messages about that, you know? I really wish that Suika would have reached out to them again and discussed it in private. That probably would have been the better route. I think we could all agree to that. Like, before posting a document, if you haven't talked to somebody in 3 years, a lot of evolution has happened, a lot has changed. I think maybe reaching out to them again would have been better before this. But let's take a look here. I'm not doing so because I believe this logic of relying on surface similarities is extremely flawed. This section is only intended to show how subjective and speculative the accusations against me are, and why such claims should be approached with extreme caution. There we go. False analogy is a common kind of reasoning that may seem reasonable and logical at first glance. However, this is a logical fallacy. Sharing similar traits doesn't mean two things are the same or that one comes from the other. I believe these claims made against me follow a similarly flawed structure. What's up? How's it going, Selma? Art 1 exhibits feature A. Art 2 contains feature A. My chibi superimpose. Therefore, Art 1 must copy Art 2. I get what she's saying here, right? I get the example, right? I definitely get that. There we go. Suika's chibi work, my chibi work. I mean, they look different enough. The eyes like come in right here. And these ones kind of like stay out. Also, the nose is shaded. This one is, the eyebrows are different. Just because two artworks share feature A, any similar visual features they happen to share or line up with does not automatically mean one copied the other. Since my post came out before hers in this timeline, if I wanted to, I could say she must have taken feature A from me. So basically, she's saying this came out January 2025, right, chat? Suika's came out 2025. She's saying I could say that Suika copied whatever, the mouth shape, right? And could use that as an argument against Suika. He's just basically saying there's a fallacy in the argument. I'm gonna be real, chat. Now that I've looked at this and seen the receipts, and again, I'm not an artist, so, you know, my point isn't as heavy as other artists, right? But now that I've looked at this, I think that Ina brought the receipts, he explains everything well, and she points out the fallacy in the arguments, which, by the way, chat, I fell for because I looked at this, the overlay, and I looked at that and I went, wow, that looks pretty bad. You know, like the one she provided up, the one with the legs, all that stuff. I looked at that and said, that looks pretty bad. So, I mean, I fell for it too. So, hook, line, and sinker, right? But I feel like the biggest things here is I don't think that Ina traced anything here. Whatever happened in 2022 was between them. I think that Suika should have reached out again and been like, hey, let's discuss this because our art styles are very similar. I don't want to like be like, oh, I own everything, right? But at the same time, like, you need to have that discussion with them. Confirmation bias. Sorry, I'm trying not to burp into the microphone. It's how most people look for evidence that supports what they already believe instead of looking at the full picture. A popular method is placing two drawings over each other, pointing out where the parts line up. But this can be misleading when you focus only on similarities and ignore everything else. We're talking about the eyeballs. And the third fallacy is an argument based on the assumption that because an idea or opinion is popular, must be true or right. An appeal to popular belief, judgment, or prejudice. Here we go. This feature has been live on a release of the model back in February 2025. This is not a new feature. I added in order to deform the eyes to match Ina's. I included the edited eye layover because there's a possibility of tracing. Never did I claim it is in fact traced. You said low-key traced, which does imply it's traced. I mean, I thought it was traced. But there's no direct proof. Some may turn to public judgment by presenting a comparison line for public interpretation opinion. But it seems like a neutral stance. It creates a narrative based on speculation and absolving the responsibilities and consequences of a direct accusation, which is true, right? You're just like, well, you know, you guys make the decision, right? But I mean, you do have to allow people to do that, right? But I do get where she's coming from. When comparisons are presented to the public, it's asked to decide. It's easier to come to the conclusion through repeated agreement by others. Sure, right? We all kind of have the tribalism. But visual similarities don't always tell the full story. And public interpretation can sometimes miss the intent and thought process behind the artistic choice and liberties taken, which is very important why she gave us this document, because we see the reasoning. You know what I mean? We see why she's making these choices, and I feel like that goes a long way in her argument to defend herself. What's up, Pigs? How are you? Can we get a shout out for Pigs? How are you, Kitty? I miss you. One way of looking at this is the plagiarism way. copy the work, maybe make a few detailed changes to like works that don't make an exact copy. This case is a plagiarism, translate this to art. Is it transformative of? Yes. Yeah, and the worry was the tracing, right? I think that's where we came from. What do you mean up to, Biggs? You mean all busy and stuff? Girl, I'm on Subathon day 188. Get me out of here. Overall, while Suika's method may suggest a certain theory, they do not amount to actual proof. The way these claims are framed relies on logical fallacies and assumptions rather than concrete facts. I mean, I feel like okay, here's my thing about Suika's model. I feel like you can only pull from the assumptions that those conversations were about, right? Like there was a lot of like interpretation, but when somebody gives you a Google document, let's be real, chat, you have to pull a little bit of interpretation, you know? When somebody says like, I think it's a trace, here's my messages, and the way somebody replies to them, and there's multiple alleged stuff, it looks bad, right, chat? Of this argument helps make my side of the situation clear. As this situation be approached with fairness and full consideration of the context and facts are provided in this section and exhibits above. It is important to point out that using the order in which the works were posted to imply copying is a flawed argument. Just because my work came before Suika does not mean that she automatically copied me, and vice versa. And there is that as well. Furthermore, we refer to the first comparison between Vivian and Suika's work. When the two were superimposed, the resemblance is clear. However, the similarity alone does not prove that Suika copied trace the character. If the similarities are not enough to accuse her of copying tracing from a corporate 3D model, it is not consistent or fair to accuse me of copying or tracing her work based on comparable visual similarities. So, I think on my final thoughts about this, chat. When this document came out, right, and we read this, it didn't look good. It didn't look good, guys. The eyes overlaying and stuff, they look pretty similar. The fact they shed the sliders on the model to recreate this did look similar, right? I do feel like a lot of what happened in 2022 was to lay a lot of argument for what is currently happening, right? Everything that happened back in 2022. And the way that these messages came off, it kind of looked like Yina accepted a lot of the fact that he was being called out for. She just was like, okay, you know, yeah, I'll make sure that I fix that or whatever, right? But now that we're seeing her response, I feel like Yina has receipts. I feel like she explains herself well. I feel like the messages were actually looking at them with a little bit more context. It was more like, I do not agree about this, but I'm going to fold to it because I don't want to piss off anybody, right? If anything, I feel like Suika should not have released this document without talking to Yina more recently than just 2022, right? It's very hard to be like, you're tracing and copying me 100%. Did it look that way in this document? Yeah, I kind of did, especially between the legs and the chibi and stuff like that, the eyeballs. I can see how that could be very much led that way. But when you give me an argument of, this is where my inspiration came from, I can tell you, some of it just happens to be a bit of a coincidence, chat. That's all it boils down to. And I really feel like if Suika just reached out to Yina and talked about it privately one more time, I feel like we could have avoided all the documents. So I definitely look here, and I think that Yina's innocent, chat. I really do. At least of the stuff they've done recently. Now, 2022, I gotta be honest, chat, I don't know. That happened 3 years ago. He said she didn't, I don't know. There was a lot of inspiration for sure. And that was accepted by Yina. Yina said, I'm very inspired by you. I drew this as well. I could see how Suika 3 years ago could come to a conclusion that this person was a little bit too much. But now, more recently, I wish there would have been a conversation. So, all in all, chat, TLDR, there should have been more conversation with each other. They should have talked it out. Art is, it's very hard to prove that somebody plagiarizes or copies. If you're going to do that, you got to make sure you have very, very strong proof of all that. I think that's what it boils down to, chat. Yeah, maybe this stuff years ago. Agent, maybe not so much, but I'm gonna put that up on the shelf because I'm gonna be honest, that was 3 years ago, dude. I'm gonna make a Google Doc about you saying that your pizza recipes are actually mine that I curated. Exactly. How dare you eat pizza, Pix Cat? How dare you? I can't believe it. I was the first one to eat pizza. You're stealing my ideas, you copycat. This is my pizza. A pizza these nuts. Seriously, that's what it boils down to, though. How dare you eat pizza? But guys, I do want to make this clear. I think that Suicub, being protective of your art and your life source and the things that you make that make you special, that make you you, is okay, chat. But you do also have the responsibility of acting on a lot of those impulses, right? And I feel like just a private conversation could have gone a long way. I feel like this is another Google Docky situation. Also, Chicken Jockey. Google Docky situation that could have been avoided. Either just been private conversation. Actually, Pix, I like alt music before you, so yeah. How about that? Give me your ice cream. I want that. So there you go, guys. There is the wrap up on the Yena stuff, chat. Crazy. My experience with the Laura. Bro, leave me. What do you mean experience with the Laura? Your experience with the Laura is fantastic. Your experience with me is nothing but perfect. I'll listen to Metal Before You. Yeah. Actually, I liked Metal Before You, so therefore, yeah, deal it. Google Docky as well. Yeah, exactly. Google. It honestly is, I just want us all to start moving to a place where... What's up, bitch? I love that redeem. I feel like we need to start working towards a place, chat, where instead of just going after everybody all the time, we're trying to move in a direction where we're having a conversation behind closed doors and then making a document after we try to resolve it privately. Try to resolve it privately,
don't
chat.
Make me do the look at this photograph.
Wait, so that crossover was for real? I thought it was Animal Crossing and Doom crossover was fake. AJ, it's an edit. It's an edit. I didn't really like Metal Before Lara, but because I'm old. Oh, how about that? You were older before me. Yeah, wow. I can't believe that. That was my ASMR, but guys, if I can give you any anything to think about, please take the time to actually have a conversation behind closed doors before you release a document about it. It's really not needed all the time, chat. It's really not. I understand that you want to talk about stuff, but let's be mature about stuff sometimes. I've only made one. I always shared it in the Discord of the relevant. People need to delete after a couple months, yeah. I mean, like, for me, like, I've had issues behind the scenes, don't get me wrong. But I don't feel like I need to make a Google document about it, you know what I mean? Like, I handle it with them. We talk about it, that's it. Or sometimes when you have an issue with somebody, you just block and move on. I know that's hard to accept, guys, but like sometimes you just gotta block and move on. Like, it's not always worth having this huge fight about everything. It's not worth having the effort invested into doing that kind of stuff all the time. It's too much, you know what I mean? Like, first I think in the end it was all paranoia. And maybe so, Agent. I think there was some weight to some of the stuff that happened in 2022, but the more recent stuff, it had just been more of a conversation. I think that's what we needed out of all this. For me, I look at that. That's what I think should have happened. So that's what I wanted to happen, but it be what it be, chat. So I'm going to call it here. We will dive into some more of our stuff. Oh shit, I owe you wheel spin. We will dive into a little bit more of the corporate news coming up on Sunday, guys. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you so much. Star comment, thank you for the tier 3 as well. That's crazy. Let me see what you get for your wheel spin today, chat. Let's see what you get. I think I need to reset my OBS. It's been doing that mic crackle. Or have you guys heard that? Yeah, did y'all hear any mic crackle today? Because at least for me, I can hear it. Ever since our OBS started Wait, it rated. Oh my god. Bye, guys.
Cooking, man. I'm cooking on